everybody. Peace, 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 peace. Welcome to the main attraction on a Saturday in the Fashion Bunker. What a holistic experience, darling. How's it going, everybody? Hello, Tina. Hello, Frozen Luxury. Hello, Gloria Latinos. Hello, T-Pal, Grant Ramirez, Tina, Curvy K, T-Pal, Happy Life, Teresa McGuire, Debbie, Steph, Happy Life, Monarch, Jordan Camacho, Xavier Gray. How's it going, everybody?
Hello.
Melanie Rice in the house. Hi, everybody, you guys. Naked Eyes, Nata Dida. You guys, we're just coming out, Angie Unboxing. We're just coming out of a 2+ hour pre-show live stream. What happens in the pre-show stays in the pre-show. But boy, oh boy, has this pre-show been juicy. More than many other pre-shows. A lot has been said in this pre-show. So thank you to all my Tier 1 and Tier 2 members. This was the first Saturday of the month of August. So the access to the pre-show was granted to all the tiers. Tier 1 and Tier 2 members, as well as Tier 1 and Tier 2 patrons. Next Saturday, the pre-show will be exclusive to Tier 2 members and patrons. There was a cliffhanger in this pre-show today, and the continuation is set for next week, Saturday. So you buckle up, baby, because we got a lot to talk about next Saturday. Already the topics are piling up. And speaking of topics today, in the main show, which is right now, we're going to have one heck of a roller coaster ride. There are some interesting revelations and breaking news coming from Chanel. When are there not? And then we have an unboxing to deal with. Frozen Luxury, I think you're going to enjoy that unboxing. Allison, thank you for becoming a member, sweetie. And yes, there's going to be a little bit of, your superficial summer gossip. We're going to talk about JLo. We'll go. And then, and of course, Hermes is always a part in all of this. And then we have a new terminology to define the end of luxury. I know. Some people have been trying to throw shade at me on their little channelets as for how boring it is to talk about the end of luxury. But hey, as a matter of fact, it is actual, the end of luxury. May, thank you for becoming a member, May. But however, you could say this. There are new terminologies being coined on the daily about the end of luxury. What would the most current terminology be to define the end of luxury? And we're going to talk about that because articles are being written. Oh, yes. There have been articles, and there's one particular article that I found very fascinating this week, and I wanted to share it with you, and we're going to go through it step by step, as it does shed light on certain phenomena that we've been experiencing when it comes to luxury shopping, aspirational luxury shopping, 1% luxury shopping lately. And this article is kind of unlike many other articles that we go through where, we read the article and then we kind of end up throwing shade at the poor author of the article because, I don't know, sometimes I have the feeling a lot of these people don't know what they're writing about. But from time to time, an article pops up where you have the feeling, oh, wow, this person really knows what they're writing about. So that's going to be one of those articles we're going to be looking into today, amongst other things. And welcome everybody to the main attraction. Hi, Drax Bag Attack. Lol, they are all saying luxury is dead, and all the videos luxury under $500. Luxury is pre-loved now at Vibes. Well, Jackie, but as soon as they get a chance to throw indirect shade at me, they love to do so. So let them eat cake. Hi, Thomas Tallhammer. Naked Eyes, Liz M. Hi, Kev. Oh, thank you, Gloria Recinos. You guys, thumb up the live stream means the world. Yes, we are competing against the Olympic Games in gay old Paris. People are watching the Olympic Games or they're out and about because it's summer and fun time. So people are not really watching YouTube as much in summer, which two things happen. The AdSense revenue goes down, and I don't know if anybody else on their channels who's watching me right now has also noticed their AdSense revenue kind of going down a little bit, but also there's less views in summer. YouTube kind of I have the feeling that YouTube pushes out less our videos to new viewers, unless, of course, the usual suspects. There's a couple of channels that have hundreds of millions of subscribers. Those always keep rolling. I have the feeling if there's budget, it's given to them first, and then the rest the rest of the breadcrumbs go to us, allegedly. And of course, everything I say in this live stream is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in any truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion, as is my conspiracy theory about YouTube and how they pay us or not. Pao says, yes, it always dips around this time. Right, Pao? I have noticed this as well. Since quite a few years now, it does dip in summer. But I gotta say, though, guys, thank you so much for your love and support because you thumb up everything. This is what I wanted to say. The only kind of way we have to combat all of this sinking ship in the summer is by thumbing up the live streams, commenting, chatting, interacting. All of that kind of helps waken up the algorithm. Kind of, it's like shakes it awake, like stop being lazy, like push the channel, right? So that helps a lot. But I also want to say thank you so much, guys, because yes, the videos that I post independently on my channel, they haven't been doing so well lately because of this summer hole that we're in. But, and here's the big but, the live streams are doing amazingly well. So I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Yes, those are two separate algorithms as well. The live stream algorithm is one algorithm. The posted videos is another algorithm. The YouTube Shorts is a third algorithm. There's like a lot of different algorithms there, and it's getting more and more complicated by the day. But I got to say, my people is my people. Not Adida, become a member. The tier 1. Thank you so much, my love. I got to say, you is my people. And you know, when we live stream, and then we gather together around this campfire, which is the fashion bunker, and we share ideas, thoughts, and we teach each other stuff. Speaking of ideas and thoughts, fashion bunker. Oh, Terry, my love, thank you so much, sweetie. Mwah.
Teresa McGuire donated $60. Out at dinner with hubby, so I'll be back in a bit. Have not been able to get out much since healing from my fall.
Yeah.
Looking forward to a great stream tonight.
Oh, Terry, my love, thank you so much to you and hubby. And Bubbles hit it for Terry and hubby and the dinner. Yes, Quinn. Wish I could join you for dinner, Terry. I'm also super hungry, actually. Well, I did have a snack between the pre-show and the main show. T-Pal says, I keep rising.
Very sexy.
Yeah, it's very sexy, T-Pal. Hi, T-Pal. Hi, Corey Emerson, Tanya Brosnan, Francesca. Hi, everybody. And I just want to say the live streams are doing really well. Thank you guys so much. So speaking of live streams, this coming week, just like last week, I do have a prior engagement on Wednesday. So yet again, this coming week, the midweek live stream will happen on Tuesday, not on Wednesday. So if I don't forget, I will be repeating this throughout this live stream, and also I'll repeat it at the end of the live stream. So just to say it again, this coming week, we have the midweek live stream on a Tuesday. The next live stream will be on Tuesday, not on Wednesday. And then after that, the regular streaming continues with the live stream pre-show and main show next Saturday. And then hopefully we're back to the regular schedule. The week after that, we hopefully are back on back to streaming on Wednesday. But this coming week, we'll be streaming on Tuesday instead of Wednesday. Ya been warned. But also follow me on Super Deco Backup, my Instagram account, or my other Instagram account, DacobCC. Join me on Discord if you are a member or a patron, because there I will post as well the announcement when the live stream is going to happen. So if you follow me on Instagram, DacobCC, or Super Deco Backup, all spelled together, you will get in the Insta stories, I post the Insta story to announce that the live stream is about to begin. So that's the best way to know when the live streams begin, just in case the notification system of YouTube fails. And as we know, YouTube loves to fail us, and the notification system loves to fail us. And many a times we don't get the notifications when our beloved streamers, content creators, artists, thespians start live streaming. Hi, M. Cow. M. Cow says hello from Taipei, Taiwan. Hello, sweetie. How's it going? Welcome to the live chats. Naked Eye says, I'm doing my walk and listening to Dacob. You go burn those calories, sweetie. Burn them for us too. Rosanna Navarro says, can we have the merch link? Yes, of course. Thank you, Debbie, for posting it. It's www.superdacob.com. My merch You can find it under www.superdacob.com. Francesca says, the t-shirts are nice, runs true to size. Thank you, Francesca, for the intel. Pau says, I didn't get a notification on Tuesday. It was annoying. Yeah, I'm telling you. That's why Instagram is the way to go. M. Cow says, you've grown on me. That sounds like I'm one of those diseases that you need a special cream to get rid of. I hope that my growing on you has been a little bit less of a rash and more of a pleasure ride. Welcome to the Ratchet Bunka, sweetie. Cheers. And MCOW, just like that, unsubscribe. And just like that, we lost one. We lost one. Mahora. Well, hello, Mahora. Good morning. Donna B just gifted 5 Super Dacob memberships. The original Mrs. Rochester was gifted a membership by Donna B. Lux's Goodies was gifted a membership by Donna B. Jose Hermosen was gifted a membership by Donna B. Michelle Starr was gifted a membership by Donna B. Alex was gifted a membership by Donna B. Thank you, Donna, for gifting the memberships, and welcome to all the new Tier 1 members. You get 1 month free membership Tier 1 in the Fashion Bunka. Start using those emojis now and enjoy the convo. You can also join us now on Discord because you have become a member. You have become a member. Yes! MCOW says, thank you. You're so witty. You're welcome, sweetie. Glad you stuck with us despite the ratchet jokes. Rosanna says, hello to John Michael Kumusta. How is Manila doing? Wait, who? Wait, who? I didn't see. You better work it. Okay. Frozen Luxury gifted 5 Super Dacob memberships. Oh, look at that, MCOW. Good that you stuck around because you was gifted a membership by Frozen Luxury. MCOW was gifted a membership by Frozen Luxury. Okay, there you go. Alvaro was gifted a membership by Frozen Luxury. Jennifer Thompson was gifted a membership by Frozen Luxury. Michael G was gifted a membership by Frozen Luxury. Angela Johnson was gifted a membership by Frozen Luxury. Hit it. And thank you to all the new Tier 1 members for joining. Thank you, Frozen Luxury, for gifting the Tier 1 members. And welcome to all the new Tier 1 members. Start using yo emojis right now and join us on Discord. You understand. The ratchetness continues over there. So a lot has happened this week. The Olympic Games are out and about. They're happening, although not in Canada, but they are happening in a French-speaking country nevertheless. Polly Hesta sent me a note saying, oh, look at this. Mexicans dancing in France and with the police. Natadita says, it's 5:50 a.m., it's raining, and it's my birthday today. What a wonderful start of the day in the bunka. Natadita, happy birthday!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, I'm living Fairwood. Happy birthday to you.
Papa Cherry.
Yes.
I'm trying to do in your honor, referencing Marc Jacobs' nail. I don't have the big nails, but he would do this cluck, cluck, cluck. So I did the Marc Jacobs nails for you, Natadita. The ghost version of them, because I don't guts them. There you go. Muñeca, baby. Come on, Muñeca. Why don't you do my nails too? What will go, Muñeca. What will go, will go. I can't give you a Marc Jacobs bag for free for doing my nails, but I could make you a camellia. I could paint you a camellia. You paint my nails, I paint you a camellia, huh? How about that, y'all? Ring, 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 ring. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, Mark. How's it going, Jacoby? Mark, I can't hear you. Stop clicking the nails. If you click the nails while you're talking to, I can't. No, Mark, please. I can't hear what you're saying. I only hear the nails. You've become addicted to clicking the nails? Well, can you click them a little bit farther away from the telephone so that I can hear what you're saying? That's better. That's better. Yes. So how's it going, sweetie? You've been watching. Uh-huh. Say what now? You're threatening me. What? Cease and desist? I'm not copying Marc Jacobs' bags. What are you talking about? Oh, I'm not allowed to snatch Muñeca away from you. Oh, I see. So she's exclusive to you? Uh-huh. So no other sister is allowed to work with Muñeca? Fine. I mean, it's not like Muñeca is the only one doing, the nails. So, oh, she's the best? And she's all yours. You're very possessive. Like, seriously, girl, get a grip. I recommend you go back to your refrigerator, choose a soda, choose a pop that you like so much, get it filmed on camera, click your nails on it, and daddy chill. Yeah, daddy chill. No, you chill. You chill. Clock, clock, clock to you too. Okay, bye. Love you loads. Of course I love you, Mark. You're very sweet. Fine, I'm not gonna steal Muñeca from you. It's okay. She's all yours. All right, bye. Bye. Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. White privilege, really. What can I say? Daddy chill. It's like, well, yeah, cause mine. I'm like, she's a person. She can like be she can be whoever she wants to be, period. Cha. Oh my God, Saya. No, that would have given him a heart attack if I asked him about the ballet flats. The Balenciaga ballet, the slipolets. The slipolets. It's a very touchy subject. You understand. He doesn't like to talk about that very much. So there's that. I did wanted to say something. Oh, well, I forgot. A lot happened this week. Oh yeah, the Olympic Games. Right. Paulie Hesta sends me a video and is like, you know how people usually complain about the police in France. The police in France is everybody's complaining about the police in France. The police in France is, aggressive, allegedly, blah, blah, blah. Everything I say in this live stream is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. And people are complaining about the police in France. Well, somebody films a video in gay Paris with some Mexican chicks. I mean, the cliche and all, with the sombreros and the whole kit and caboodle. They start music somewhere in the square, somewhere in gay Paris. And there's the coppers. The coppers are watching, and honey, those cops do be copping. IYKYK. Those butts are fur. They can, as Blanche Devereaux would say, they could crack a nut with those cheeks. Anyway, so this chick, slender, skinny, she's kind of course, the hoe is not blind. She chose the youngest and the cutest looking of the police officers, and the hoe starts, flirting, moving like a little kitten, mesmerizing the coppa. And she mesmerizes the coppa, and the coppa at first is like, him with this, the weapon and everything. He's like, I ain't gonna do nothing. But then he's like, oh, but she looks cute. So anyway, she manages to lure him in, with the sombrero and all. And then he starts dancing with her. And at first he's dancing like he has a stick up his butt. I do wonder whose stick he has. But then that stick loosens up, and then he starts doing the whole jiggle, jiggle, wiggle, wiggle, tickle my pickle type of vibe. And then people go like, you see, people saying the cop is the fuzz in gay Paris, they're not so good, blah, blah. Look at them, they're dancing, they're happy. And I'm like, oh, honey, one of them is dancing and happy, and he's dancing and happy, dancing with a slender chick. And I'm like, the French are apparently really into the piñata, if you know what I mean, huh? Yeah? Mm-hmm. Oh, honey, he wanted to pop that piñata. Oh, yes, he was. He was hoping. He was hoping. But the lady with the sombrero, you know, she was like, we'll go, we'll go. Maybe some other time, ya hunk. I don't know what happened after that. They stopped filming. I guess the temperatures raised too high and they had to stop. But that kappa, honey, he didn't need to shop at Gucci. He went shopping at Gucci. Oh, little luxury jokes. Okay, that's enough now. Take me to jail, officer. Where's my police officer to take me to jail? Carry me out right now. There you go. Kev, oh my God, you're ratchet. Kev is like, and that's when Jacob flew to Paris. Yes, I just forgot to mention that coochie with a sombrero was me. Tis I, Jacob. Melissa Teresa's like, I just saw the video. He is cute. Yes. Melissa, as we like to say in the fashion bunker, I could sit on that. Get your minds out of the gutter. I meant I could sit on the River Seine, you know. Get your minds out of the gutter. Pao says, life changed for that cop. He will always be looking for Latinas. Oh, you best believe, honey. The zest, the spice, the pizzazz. Once you've flavored the flav, you don't go back to pigeons and snails in France. Period. Oh, Kev, the size of that traffic cone, let me tell you. Robbie's like the piñata stick. Well, he delivered the stick. She delivered the piñata. There was a lot of bouncing going on. You understand? Yes, cargo. Francesca's like, okay, now I'm going to see the video. T-Paul says, Jacob, you always have a way with the sex talk. Like that time you asked Vivian in the gallery about her posing in the nude. Yes, I always find a way. As they so shrewdly and cleverly said in a wise movie not so long ago, Jurassic Park, life always finds a way. Life always finds a way. So, T-Pal, I also always find a way. Now who wants their piñata destroyed, asks Mahora. Now that's Mahora's question. You see, I don't go that low. That's too low even for me. Debbie. Oh, Debbie, you're still peeling those potatoes, are you? Well, as they say, ain't no potato like a mashed potato. I know, you didn't expect Jurassic Park. Well, we only quote the finest and the wisest of poets and authors. Yes, we do. Wisdom. Wisdom is it. Mahora knows it, says Kev, right? Just for you. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you. Karen is like, where can we see this video? Oh, honey. Oh, honey. What video, honey? The pay-per-view video or the free? The censored version? Like the piñata after or before the piñata? Because Karen, let me tell, listen to Linda. Listen to Linda. You can find the video on his Patreon. Subscribe, Mahora. Oh my God, Mahora, you are sorry. Dude, Jeff Goldblum is so horny in that movie. I tried to show it to the kids I babysit, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot about this. Jeff Goldblum? I mean, that pose when he's like laying with his legs on, like, you know what I mean? Underground. That became like a huge thing. They even made a Funko Pop of that pose of Jeff Goldblum. Uh-huh, honey. Oh yes, he was horny. Oh yes, he was. Kev says, but what's with the giant croissants everyone's posting from Paris? Well, honey, size matters. Speaking of croissants, there's that one video of the Starlet girl. I can't with her anymore. She's so annoying. Anyway, so she is on her way back to America, to the airport, and her drivers stop in front of some little patisserie or brasserie. I mean, this woman has hundreds of assistants, of people working for her, minions that are paid or not paid to work for her. And so, but she decides to step out of her, tank of a car, fully make-upped, everything, high heel, the size that not even a hooker could wear, goes in to buy the bread and gets paparazzied and is then like annoyed that she's being filmed. And of course, this instigates comments underneath that video of people saying, leave her alone, let her live, let her go and buy a sandwich. I'm like, don't you people understand? Why are you so gullible? She could have had anybody get out and buy her that frickin' sandwich. She wanted to do it herself. She wanted to be photographed. She wanted to cause a scene and be all upset and the diva and, oh my God, leave me alone, I can't. Girl, you don't fool me for a second. I don't know why people are still like being fooled by this and they think like, oh, poor her, leave her alone, bitch. Exactly, Kev. She didn't want to waste her outfit, so she did a little mise en scène close to the Seine and went to buy the sandwich and behaved like, oh, poor me. Just send somebody else to pick up the sandwich for you and no paparazzi will film you, honey. Don't act like you didn't know. This was all planned. This was all planned. Mahora says, leave that midget alone. Mahora. Karen says, that is it. Yeah, I'm telling you, Karen. We'll go. Yeah. Yeah, thumb up the live stream. Thank you, Gloria. Oh, Rosanna Navarro, even in The Fly with Gina Davis. Oh, yes, he was honey in The Fly. Jeff Goldblum. Need attention because Celine had all the good reviews. Exactly, Johnny. That's what I think went down. Celine Dion got like the best reviews of a lifetime, and Celine Dion always gets great reviews. But Celine Dion's performance at the Olympic Games got raving reviews. So much so, honey. Do you know what Celine did? A little bit more Olympic gossip. So Celine, she's like, oh, always hyper dramatic. She's everything. She got filmed in front of the Mona Lisa. They closed the Louvre for her. She went in and she's in front of the Mona Lisa. I have a feeling Celine was having a conversation with the Mona Lisa. That's how dramatic she was. Because Celine is like, you and I, we are both icons. She was honey. She was talking to the Mona Lisa. But anyway, so the performance did so well and it was so incredibly received that a few Las Vegas casinos offered Celine multi-million-dollar deals to do a residency and sing, Oh, honey, Celine ain't born yesterday. She swooped in. Oh, yes, she did. Celine was like, oh, mon Dieu, yes, of course. She took the best deal, honey. She sang that one songlet at the Olympics, and then signed a fucking multi-million-dollar deal in Vegas, honey, to do a residency. Oh, yes, she did. That's how profitable the Paris Olympic Games were for Celine. More power to her. More power to, of course, Debbie, she has done them in the past, but now she's going to get even more money. And so she signed, a contract while she was in Gay Paris. Isn't that interesting? And yeah, and the other starlet, she was upset that she was not the center of attention. She was the side chick. But then again, what do you expect? What do you expect? You performed something that you copied from another, singer, songstress, and cabaret artist that you could never be. And you tried to do it, and in French? Yeah. I'm sorry. No. And yet again, you're showing us that all you can do is copy. Fun, 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 fun. So of course Celine wins. Of course Celine won the game. And Celine was like, we'll go, we'll go. Good for her. Loved Celine's performance. Not a big fan of Celine wearing Dior. However, gotta say, Celine looks beautiful no matter what she wears. No doubt about that. But it's the Dior silhouette doesn't work for her. And I have a feeling it's because once she's like all dressed in that black Dior style, yes, it's classy and sassy in a way, but it's very much Maria Grazia Chiuri. And if you notice, Maria Grazia Chiuri, the artistic director of Dior Femme, and Celine Dion, they have a similar bone structure. Of course, Celine is taller and much more slender than Maria Grazia, but they both have that protruding kind of part here. So, in fact, very often when I see pictures of Celine dressed in Dior, I think like, wait, is that Maria Grazia Chiuri? Oh, no, it's Celine Dion. And so she's wearing a lot of Dior lately, and the peplum jacket, the new look style and vibe, a lot of blacks. And Celine Dion for me looks best in color. You know, of course, anybody looks great in black. Black is easy to wear. I mean, it's kind of like almost the lazy color. Like if you don't know, if you're not so sure about your own styling skills, just wear black and be safe because, black does the work for you. But Celine has, the budget and the team around her to warrant an incredible wardrobe. But I think because she has, I don't know, it seems like she has some form of deal with Dior. They're dressing her. And so maybe she has to wear Dior. I don't know. But I'm like, ugh, it's like when we see Margot Robbie dressed in Chanel. Margot Robbie looks miserable dressed in modern Chanel. She looked okay in vintage 90s Barbie Chanel, the 1995 spring summer collection. That she looked good in. But when she's wearing the current collections, Margot Robbie just looks super depressed. She looks amazing when she wears Versace, when she wears the more colorful brands, other luxury brands. That's when Margot Robbie looks amazing. Celine Dion looks amazing when she wears color. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. Oh, Lanfari, you think Galliana is going back to Dior? I don't think so. He might be going to Chanel, though. Zara Justina says, what was the word Madonna called her? Oh, Zara Justina, she called her reductive. And then she was asked, what does that mean? And then Madonna said, look it up. There you go. So there you go. More power to Celine. I would like to see Celine wearing... I think Versace would be interesting for her. Colorful, sexy. And I'm saying this because Celine has still so much life in her, a desire to live. And Versace clothes are so colorful and full of life. You could say they look a little bit, on the hoe side. It all depends how you style it, really. Versace can be iffy. It can be tricky. You can look like a hooker. But you can also look really amazing and playful and flirtatious in a good way. Just gotta know how to dose it right. You gotta know how to dose it right. If I were to style Celine, I would put her in Versace and she would look amazing, just my opinion. Corey says, when the news came out about Dior, Celine almost scrapped the dress to go with a different designer. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Interesting. Hi, ADL is in the United States because in Europe is like 4 a.m. Is. So it's 4 a.m. Good morning, sweetie. Could Celine wear Celine? Robbie, she could because obviously we know that Hedi Slimane does a lot of very, very skinny silhouettes for Celine. And since Celine is such a skinny lady, she could definitely fit in Hedi Slimane's Celine style. However, I wouldn't really dress her in Celine. But I know that the pun you did, like Celine wearing Celine. But I'm just saying, like, for real now, if she were to wear current Celine, I think we could enhance her beauty and her energy more if we dress her in Versace, flashing colors, powerful, dramatic, vibrant colors, you know. No, Kev, she was not wearing Valentino. Mm-mm. Oh, she wore a Celine t-shirt in navy. Greg Ramirez says, I heard her mention that she asks what sizes they have when she buys shoes and just makes them work. Yes, I heard that in her interview as well. Crazy for someone so rich and famous to not just order her correct size. No, well, if it's not available, but she loves the shoes, she'll buy the closest size to hers and she'll make it work, honey. And he says, I feel like gold look better on her than silver, perhaps Schiaparelli accents. I mean, yeah, I think both look good on her. The outfit she wore for the Olympic Games was not really silver. I think it was like white snow silver-ish, but it wasn't like full-blown silver. It was more like white beads that are reflective, and it looked a little bit silvery, but she's pretty neutral. Corey, I mean, Celine definitely could rock those classic Hermes neutral tones color wise, give her a gold Birkin. And by gold Birkin, I don't mean like, do I have anything gold here? I don't mean this gold. A gold Birkin is a brown hue, like an earthy brown. She looks amazing in that. But it's the cuts. Hermes is maybe a little bit too bland for Celine. Yeah, she did come in like a snowstorm, Johnny. Yeah, oh yes. Like a blizzard in the rain because it was raining when she was performing. Unlike other starlets who pre-recorded their performance and just played that, acting as if it were live. But no names shall be mentioned. Nectarine Man, Celine's hideously man for Celine latest collection, very 60s, kind of inspired, yeah. Alvaro says, hola, guapo. Hola, Alvaro, ¿cómo estás? Saludos. Question. When you will buy your Birkin? I know you don't speak a lot about it, but what kind of leather will be your choice? Thanks. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. You have to stay a little bit patient because I am working on a little something, something. We call it Operation Birmingham. And all your questions will receive an answer, but I cannot, my lips are sealed. For now. Although, speaking of Birkin, and this is something, I know you're my people and you understand, but it's become a little bit difficult in today's day and age. How do you go about it? Oh yeah, Birkin. Sure, everybody can get one. Everybody can afford one. No, and so I'm being very cautious and slow about this because, yes, I've been working towards this for a long time, but at the same time, it is okay. We who appreciate the heritage of the brand and the story and blah, 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 we're fine with it. Getting a Birkin for us is more like an homage to the history of fashion. Okay. But a lot of people will misunderstand it and will kind of see it as a flaunting wealth, which really it's not the case in my case. Unlike on other channels where, hubby keeps buying a lot of Hermes items every week. And these people are so out of touch. They're so out of touch that they're like, yeah, I got another one. But I know, I said I wasn't going to get this color, but I got it anyway because hubby. Oh, yes, we understand. We all feel sympathy for you and a lot of compassion. I know. You had to accept the colorway despite the fact that, yes. So there's that type of approach towards, consuming certain luxury goods. But then that's not the case for me. So I'm taking this very slow. And also, I don't really care for having a lot of them. One is enough. Now, Speaking of, I have a question for you. Let's film. You know? But if you really want to know when I'm getting a Birkin, ask Saya. Anyway, okay, let's film this. Misspelled it. I almost read it differently than I was supposed to, but okay. When can we say that we have gone overboard with luxury? When have we spent too much? When is it flaunting of wealth on social media? You got yourself a Birkin. Are you allowed to have a black one? Yeah, silver hardware, palladium, or gold hardware, better even palladium, less visible. Turn that lock towards you so you don't really show off any logo. And when does that Birkin or Kelly become flaunting of wealth? And when is it in bad or poor taste? Jennifer Lopez seems to have her answer. However, well, proving to us completely being disconnected from reality. And we have a video. And Jennifer Lopez is again in the limelight for all the wrong reasons. Poor thing. Because, well, she has been spotted and criticized harshly and strongly for having walked around with what is on the after sales market worth $70,000. One bag, $70,000. So let's get to it. We're going to see the bag, we're going to see what happened, and we're going to see and hear and read what the backlash was. This is kind of sad, but also really funny. Everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. Don't forget to subscribe and push the notification bell next to the subscription, as well as the join button to become a member today. Get access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon, Super Dakeable spelled together there as well for extra perks. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. I live stream several times a week. Come join the fun, come join the chats. Hello to my co-chators. Corey Emerson says, I cannot stand her, meaning JLo. Now, I have a TikTok video, credit to Joe Mari, for filming JLo or finding the video of JLo carrying a Birkin out of Wicca. And this Birkin is several years old. It's already kind of going towards the vintagey era. Not a Birkin, a Kelly. A Kelly. She wore a Kelly bag in Wicca. And it was, upon research, it showed that this Kelly in Wicca goes for $70K on the pre-loved market. Let me show you a picture. There you go. There you go. Now, there you go. What can I say? So she was spotted, I think it was in the Hamptons. Yeah, Jennifer Lopez triggers fierce debate after carrying a $70,000 Hermes purse in the Hamptons while spending a day with Ben Affleck's daughter, Violet. This is from the Daily Mail. Daily Mail reports, the singer, and I love how they always have to put the age. They just, with men, they never do that. Rarely, but with women, they do that. So I'm not going to read her age. What the hell? So the singer was spotted toting around the very pricey designer handbag last month during a shopping trip with hubby, Ben Affleck's daughter, Violet. They also wrote the age of Violet. Anyway, the 25-centimeter leather-accented Wicca picnic bag was made by the brand in 2011, and while its original price is unknown, it resells for $70K. Now, after she was photographed with this Wicca basket in the Hamptons, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, not for me, but we'll go. Some slammed her for spending so much on an accessory when people are starving, while others shared their shock over her wearing something worth as much as their annual salary. Now, here's my question to you. Like, are we in an economical situation right now where wearing any form of luxury is seen as flaunting wealth or showing off or rubbing it into the people that cannot afford it? Or are we allowed to enjoy what we own without running the risk of constantly being scrutinized and criticized by everybody who does not own said items? Are we living in times where we're approaching the moment when who does not own certain items is going to start attacking who does own them, like just out of hate and getting away with it? Not just like stealing, but I'm saying, lynching, like a lynch mob coming for whoever has any wealth. Like, are we going to take the wealth away from the wealthy? Is this where we're at right now? Question to you guys. The article continues by saying some kids don't even have lunch money, a user on TikTok said. Somebody else said $70,000 and people out here starving. This world is crazy. Someone else added pre-owned $70,000? And I'm over here deciding between a value meal deal or a six-pack because I cannot afford both. Somebody else says I'm a teacher. That's more than my annual salary. A fourth comment read, while a fifth comment said, this world is so unbalanced. Somebody else says, that's almost as much as my house. Somebody else said, sad how much money celebrities waste, and they could help people or charities. Someone else commented, and then they proceed, this is so disgusting that she would spend that kind of money on a purse. There are so many people starving in this country. Another viewer slammed. Somebody else said, others bashed the appearance of the purse, with one person joking that it looked like a picnic basket her grandmother had. Now, maybe Jennifer Lopez got this bag back in 2011 when it was new in the boutique. Maybe she did not buy it for $70,000 pre-loved. Maybe she bought it, maybe she was offered to purchase it from Hermes when the bag was released back in 2011. I would think that in 2011, this bag would have been $15,000, $10,000 to $15,000, maybe more. Still a lot, but less than $70,000. $70,000, the estimate quoted here in the article is for the pre-loved version of this bag, not when it was new. But when it was new, I want to say, I don't know, we can ask Kev in the chats. He's expert at Hermes with the pricing. Gloria Athena says, JLo, you don't need this bad publicity. I can take it off your hands. I'm generous that way. Way to go, Gloria. Francesca says, it doesn't bother me when people flaunt their wealth. Jackie says, she is a celebrity. It's normal. Enjoy your stuff. Monarch says, yes, I love the Kelly picnic bag. Jolie says, I agree, Jackie. It's fine. Do what you want to do. Celebrity, enjoy. Yeah, I don't care, says Gloria. Did she also borrow that from Ashanti? Asks Saya. The shade is titillating. Next man says, where is this energy when a guy buys a $70K watch that looks like garbage? Also interesting point. Or a car for like $500,000. Also, nobody talks about it in the news when some celebrity male person purchases, a $500,000 or a $1 million car, a Ferrari. Everybody's like, yeah, man, he's the real deal. His schlong must be this big because he can afford such an expensive car, Kev says, I think retail is about 20, 30. No, but back in 2011, Kev, not today. Back in 2011, I don't think this one was 20 to 30K. No. In 2011, I think this one was 15. Deborah says, my only objection is it's out of proportion to her size. She needs to downsize the bag and then TU from me. Not Adidas says, as long as a person earns money through his labor, there are no questions about she spends it. I agree with you. Not Adida. That's the thing. It's your money. Nobody should be sitting here being like, but you should do this with your money or that with your money. And I think the worst thing is when people start talking about charities as if the person who is wealthy is responsible for the hunger on this planet. Trust you me, Jennifer Lopez is not responsible for the hunger on this planet. If you really want to point fingers, then go to the big corporations that are burning the planet to a crisp, employing underpaid labor, in some cases even forced labor in third, fourth world countries, ruining the state of affairs of the world, both economy and climate-wise, to gain billions. Those are the ones you should be pointing your fingers at if you want to point your fingers at somebody, not at a singer/performer working her butt off on stage all the time, although now she canceled the tour because the tickets ones now. But performing, working. She earned it. Let her enjoy her money. It's none of your business how she spends her money. Nay says, people spend $70K on driveway paving stones and shit. When people can see it, it is the only time they're mad. But I also think everyone wants to hate on JLo. Yeah, it's right now. It is kind of a tendency. JLo is going through a rough patch. I think people keep throwing shade at her. Frozen Luxury says, but she looks so happy in the Coach ads. Oh my God, the shade. Well, Coach paid her good money probably to be in those ads. I would be smiling too in a Coach ad if they gave me a couple mil. Oh, honey. If Coach called me and says, hey, Deco, we'll give you $2 million to smile in an ad wearing our baglets, would you do it? I'll be like, I would do it. We'll go. Jasmine says, the vibe these days is very much eat the rich. So I think there will continue to be blowback when people see exorbitant displays of wealth. I personally feel uncomfortable carrying my Chanel Maxi. Thank you for letting me know, Jasmine. I feel uncomfortable as well wearing my Chanel bags. In fact, I am kind of lucky that most of them are 255 Chanel bags, not just a double flap 255, but also iterations of it, like the camera bag version, the pouch version, the O-case version. So all this to say what? There is no double C logo on the 255 bag. Matter of fact, there is almost no logo, and the only Chanel logo is like so teeny tiny, etched into the metal that you really don't see it from a distance. So I am kind of lucky because with the 255 bags, it's really YK, like nobody knows it's Chanel. Unless you know. So that's fine. But when I'm kind of out and about and I'm thinking of wearing my Chanel bags with a double C logo, gotta be honest, I haven't worn them in quite a while. The Nectarine Man says, she took her Coach money to buy Hermes, LOL. Well, there you go. Frozen Luxury says, Jacob for Coach. Let's make this happen. Coach, listen, Linda. Coach, I could wear the baglets, and then I could also have a whole revival of the city bag. John Waters, Serial Mom, Kathleen Turner. Yes, we know she wore the bag in the movie. I want to bring all that vibe and spice back, and then I want to be like, yes, we'll go. You should also check out my video on that, which we still have to post, by the way. Let me know if you want to see that video. Me talking about in my opinion, still to this day, even though it's from the 90s, Coach bag. So yes, Coach, hire a hoe. Okay? Thank you. Hermes is unsafe to wear, asks Deborah C. It used to be under the radar. Well, honey, not if you're wearing a Kelly or a Birkin these days. A bit tricky, Yeah. There you go. Sabrina says, it is sad that we have to apologize for buying what we like with the money we earn for working hard. I completely agree with you. And I'm all for wearing what you love without worrying constantly that somebody on the street is going to point their finger at you and they're going to start lynching you, Like, what will go, Hate to break it to you, life ain't fair. There's always going to be someone who has more than you, but there's always going to be someone who has less than you. Enjoy life, because guess what? It lasts way too short to waste all your time and energy pointing out that the grass in the neighbor's yard is greener than yours. Do yourself a favor. Let it go. Let it go, Elsa. Let it go. Let me know your thoughts and prayers down below. Subscribe, thumb up the video. Until next time, don't forget to never give up on love. Bye. Mwah. Life is very short for some, says Jolie, simple opinion. Tina says, JLo personal life is a train rock. It's not about the money. It's not about the money, money, money. All about the money. Polly Hester, I'm sorry to look rich. Yes, Polly. Yes, you are. So now, Jennifer Lopez. We done already had herses. I want to say, thumb up the live stream, you guys. We got 700. I wish. 700 people watching. No, we have 300 people watching and only 131 likes. Like, I know I'm not Joan Rivers, okay, but I'm also not that bad that I don't warrant a few more likes. Jeez Louise. Like, what will go, will go. Yeah, no. Exactly, Nay. Even if you were broke, my love don't cost a thing. That's another song. I wish I can't sing right now. The 255 is underrated, says Anna Rahman. Yes, love everything about that line. Me too, honey. And I got a ton of variations of the 255. It's my favorite Chanel bag. Yes, she's still Jenny from the block. Different kind of block, but you don't know. Ollie says, is that the real JLo? I miss her in the live streams. Hi. No, the real JLo. Where is the real JLo? I don't think she's been around for a while, but sometimes she pops up because she's still watching. And then sometimes when we mention JLo, she kind of says, I'm here, I'm here. I'm just a silent watcher for the most part. And he says, Carrie Bradshaw said they're keeping up. They're not after money anymore, but after fashion. Anaya McGuire, how's it going, sweetie? Clicked like so fast. Thank you, sweetie. Thumb up the live stream. Rodeo Drive, you call it, right, MCall? Yeah, baby, that's the new block. That's the new block. Deborah C says, I always like when coming into the room. It's simply polite. Thank you, Deborah. You push the like button when you enter the room. Jordan Camacho, do you think she has an orange drink in her bag? IYKYK. Wait, was that a reference to Hermes because it's orange, or was that orange because of something else? And I'm not catching the gist? Polly Hester says, she is the Hamptons block with that fancy Jeep. I love that Jeep. I don't know what Jeep you're talking about. Nay says, yeah, I'm more of a broke fashion girly a la Carrie. Well, Carrie was not broke, you guys. I mean, it was delusional. Please, you know, living on a columnist salary, buying half of Bergdorf Goodman's every week. Phoenix Mom, hello. Thumbing up with my phone account, +1. Thank you, Phoenix Mom. Ogun Oyaga, hi, I'm new here. Hi, Ogun. Welcome to the live stream, sweetie. Welcome to the chats. Catherine says, that orange drink was a reference to her supposed bodega order. I still don't know the bodega order story, you guys. I'm not in the loop on that. Nay says, she literally said, and an orange drink if you know, you know. And it's like, girl. I still don't know. Corey says, bodega order. She has an orange drink with her order. Crickets? Jacob is still in the dark. Still in the dark. Yeah, Jolie, Sex and the City did break some brains in. Jordan, no one knows what orange drink she was talking about. Oh, good. So I'm on the same page as the rest of y'all, because I have no clue. Oh, Tina says it's a poor drink, like an orange bang. Gloria, I don't what, like Fanta? Did she want a Fanta? A Fanter? Fanter? And he says, I think it's a clip from her recent Netflix documentary that went viral. Ah, you see, I haven't seen it. Get yourself into massive debt and marry a rich guy. Same old, says Deborah C. about Sex in the City. It's still a mystery, says Jordan. So we still don't know what orange drink she wanted. Maybe Fanta. I don't know. Johnny, you and me together, we're both confused, Sean. And Xavier says, I'm guessing most of the population have no idea what or how much the bag is. Well, probably not. Nay says, it's present day her in a bodega talking about how ghetto she still is. Oh, so she's trying to prove that she's still Jenny from the block by saying, I want the orange drink. Oh, bless her soul. Orangina! How bougie, Kev. Yes, she wanted an orange, very bougie. It's orange juice with sugar, non-carbonated. It's like hood orange juice. I grew up drinking one called Tampico. I know Tampico. I love Tampico. Watered down orange juice. I mean, well, let a hoe live. What if she likes watered down orange juice? It's less sugary. Maybe she's on a diet. I don't know. Polly Hester says she was trying to be trendy like Madonna. She can keep trying. Oh, you guys, stop hating on JLo. Poor rich lady. Except she grew up in a bougie section of the Bronx. Well, Corey, you know. Shabani says, I'm saving an orange Olipop and fridge for hubby. One for me too. Valencia orange juice? Oh, Blue Egyptian Lotus. I know Tampico too. Yeah. Like YK for real. Sunny Delight, Sun-Kissed, something like that. Don't be fooled by the basket that I got. I'm still Jenny. Yeah, Tina, you know, we'll go, poor rich lady. Yeah, it's like Sunny D. Yeah, right. Okay, now we are curving into the food lane. No, I'll curve us right back out of it, you guys, because you guys have a tendency. You have a tendency. Obsessed with food and drinks. Look at us. We're just a bunch of Teletubbies on the internet. That's what we are. We love food. We love drinks. Period. All right. Kev says, Metamucil only for me. Yeah, all right, Sophia. Petrillo. Is luxury... okay. So now the next topic, very interesting, because... All right, let's film this because... We've been talking about the end of luxury. And then for some time, it was kind of a trending topic. And then, but although the end of luxury is still happening and it's still quite trending, at some point, some people started throwing shade at me, saying, oh, you can't always repeat the end of luxury. Well, the joke's on you. Because it is still the end of luxury, except now there's a new coined terminology to define the end of luxury. And in fact, news articles and newspapers are picking up on it, darling. Yes, they is on the end of luxury, and they've coined a new term. Let's see what it is, and let's read the article. This is a good one, you guys. You're gonna want to stick around till the end. But first, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Push the join button next to the subscription button. Become a member today. Gain access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon, Super Dacob, all spelled together there as well for extra perks. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. I live stream several times a week. So come join the fun, come join the chats. Everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. Okay? But it's fantastic opinion. Y'all. So here we'll go. We have an article here from Edward Helmore, yeah, in New York, from The Guardian. What is the new coin and terminology for the end of luxury? He asks a question, and the question is luxury fashion in its, drum roll please, new term, flop era? Wah, 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 wah. Yes, so it's still the end of luxury, but now they're kind of coining a new term. Is luxury in its flop era? Now, this article is actually very interesting. Congratulations, Edward. Let's analyze it together. So he says basically after years of global growth, the luxury industry is facing a new foe, underconsumption, and of course, the end of luxury. I mean, people are also not buying as much, right? So It appears that the topic is trending on TikTok, and it is called underconsumption core. You know, like we had Barbie core last summer. Now we have underconsumption core, all spelled together. A little bit annoying to spell it all out, but hey. So underconsumption core is emerging as a trending topic as the next generation of potential shoppers swap tips on how to look good while buying and spending less. Aha! The entire sector is struggling as consumers wince at luxury prices and are left bemused by the rapid turnaround of designers. So then they talk about what we spoke about a couple of streams ago, about the shares in Kering dropping. You know, the owner of luxury labels like Gucci, Balenciaga, Yves Saint Laurent, and Alexander McQueen, they have hit a 7-year low after reporting that operating income in the second half of the year, 2024, would be down 30% after a 42% drop in the first half of the year. This is insanely bad. Like, dramatically insanely bad. And then LVMH, the French luxury behemoth, later confirmed worries about stalling demand, even among brands with wealthier client bases that don't typically chase younger, less affluent shoppers, when the company missed its sales estimates. So you see, people kept saying, who cares? The rich were going to keep on buying. Well, now they're reporting that the rich, the nouveau riche, also stopped buying. They can't be fooled forever, you know. You understand. Very, very interesting. So, of course, LVMH, and we've reported about this in the past, have claimed that also their champagne sales have dropped. Usually, you know, Veuve Clicquot and the likes, they were always a sure bet for LVMH because they could always sell their champagne. You know, fashion comes and goes, you know, baglets and clothes, you want to buy them or not, but you always want to guzzle. Well, apparently not so much so. The company's chief financial officer, Jean-Jacques Grenier, said it could be that the current global climate doesn't lead people to cheer up and to open bottles of champagne. In the process, the LVMH chairman Bernard Arnault lost $19.2 billion. Bless his billionaire poverty heart. Or 9% of his net worth, according to the Bloomberg Billionaires Index, slipping behind Tesla's Elon Musk and Amazon's Jeff Bezos. Well, I said it earlier, and I'm going to repeat it now. Poverty. Let us aspirational poor folk, let's start a GoFundMe to enable Bernard Arnault to return to his billions again. This was, of course, just a joke, what I just said, because some of you take it seriously when I make a joke like this. No, I did not mean it seriously. The fact that I have to explain it, though, tells me more about you. Okay, we'll go. So only brands catering to the wealthiest of wealthy consumers seem to be weathering the shift. Who might that be? Hermes, with 13% increase in sales. I don't think that Hermes only caters to the richest of the rich. I just think that Hermes, unlike these other humongous luxury brands, was not as greedy as the other brands, and Hermes did not instigate ginormous exorbitant price increases like Chanel did, like LVMH did during the pandemic, and right thereafter, Hermes kept it more real, and Hermes also did something really clever. When they did increase the prices, they announced it months in advance, and they said, they were very honest, they said, we had a wonderful year, we earned a ton of money, more than expected, we'll go. And so we want to share that with our workers. So all the workers are going to get a bonus and a price increase and a salary raise next year. But also our prices are going to go up. But we're giving everybody bonuses, you know. And I'm like, if you're paying your workers fairly and you're giving them extra incentive to work better, I'm all for that. And then the price increase wasn't like 25%. It was like 3% to 8%, depending on the product. So I'm like, you know what, that's acceptable. In fact, Chanel has been so aggressively upping their prices that now their timeless classic double flap costs more than a Birkin. While the Birkin maintained its quality more or less, and Chanel's bags, debatable, to say the least, and allegedly. Burberry, by contrast, they say, issued a second profit warning in a year, replaced its CEO, and saw shares fall to 2010 levels. That means 14 years ago. they they're going back in time, honey, and they fired their CEO. We made a whole video about this just a couple of weeks ago about Burberry, firing their CEO because the sales are terrible. With shoppers curbing spending after exhausting their pandemic cash in the face of an ongoing cost of living crunch, some wonder if consumers are losing their taste for luxury. I don't think consumers are losing their taste for luxury, but listen to this. Some in fashion worry that recent years will come to be seen as a luxury bubble, the product of 0% interest rates. After running up prices post-COVID, some brands are discounting heavily to tempt Asian customers or consumers back into the market to grapple with overstocking. Now, in the past, everyone was a winner, they say, in the luxury market in China. Jonathan Siboni of the fashion data company Luxury Insight told AFP, now there's a polarization between winners and losers. Kering Company noted that it was affected by uncertainties weighing on the evolution of demand from luxury consumers. Now, that indicated that younger consumers strategically teased to become major consumers later, but that might not be so easy to seduce now. So basically, in the past, you invest in younger audiences, you already indoctrinate them with your brand marketing schemes, and then you educate them to buy and return back to you. Just like with rats and mice in the lab, human beings are no better or different. You can educate a human being to behave in a certain way, to repeat certain behavioral patterns, and to keep spending at the company store. But more about that maybe in another video. Let me know if you want to know more. Now, that appeared to be the case in the vintage clothes shop of Williamsburg, Brooklyn this week. Listen to this about vintage luxury shopping. Miles from the main drag of fashion stores in Soho or Fifth Avenue, Williamsburg has long made the shift from hipster hangout to mainstream shopping mecca. With its thrift stores, restaurantes, and indie bookshops, its latest makeover has been all about luxury. Chanel opened its first Williamsburg store last year selling makeup, and Hermes followed suit, selling dog bowls, scarves, and belts. Last summer, the brand held its post-Fashion Week party in Williamsburg with the filmmaker Taika Waititi taken to the runway, Kim Gordon playing a set, and Matt Damon in the crowd. If Matt Damon is in the crowd, I don't want to be there, honey. I don't want to see that. The high-end brands may be here, but vintage fashion stores rule the strip and have some thoughts on the luxury lag. Katina Fotu, 30, of Chickies Vintage said luxury wasn't dead, but on a learning curve. And she says, if big houses tapped into vintage, they could appeal to the younger generation. They could resell like Levi's sells old 501 jeans. If Prada did that, it would bring in a new customer base, my age or younger, according to her. In Foto's view, even fashionistas have been put off by big brands as fashion houses turn over their designers so fast that it had become impossible to get settled and follow a career. They're not anywhere for long enough to make an impact, she adds, and points to a black Christian Dior dress created just to make money. Oh, Maria Grazia Curie, if there ever was somebody who so eloquently threw shade at ya, well, it was either me or her. But look at that. Without even mentioning Maria Grazia Curie, the shade was thrown. Yeah, the black Dior dress was just made for the money, honey. And this is why Maria Grazia Curie ultimately is still at Dior, because that woman is playing it safe. Those collections are identical from year to year, always the same, super boring, but they sell because they're kind of Dior basics. Basically basics. Maria Grazia Curie has been selling basics at Dior for years, and it kind of works. It's kind of like the cause of luxury. Oh my God, this is so sad. This is so sad. Cause belongs to H&M, by the way, for those of you who didn't know. You understand. Around the corner at Chicky's men's store, Chloe Lacombe said Generation Z hadn't lost interest in fashion. Probably the opposite. But the luxury brands were losing us when it comes to shopping. Now that warrants a repeat. Way to go, Chloe Lacombe. Way to go. And I'm not going to say just Generation Z. I want to say customers in general. Customers have not lost interest in fashion, but luxury brands are losing the customers when it comes to shopping. So clever. So clever. People my age, he says, don't tend to go to the Gucci store or the Louis Vuitton store. We want to find it elsewhere in a vintage store. There's a new age of retail emerging that's not as transactional as those stores where you go in, everything is $1,000, everything has amazing customer service, but you cannot chat to the sales associates about your day or where the best local coffee shop is. They're there to sell you things. In other words, if you go to the vintage store, you can get a little chit-chat, a little bit more personal with the sales associate and talk about little things, which you don't get in the cold atmosphere, according to him, of a luxury boutique. Now, there are also ecological and exploitation concerns that have spread from fast fashion to high-end fashion. A Milan court recently named LVMH-owned Dior and Giorgio Armani as two brands whose products were made in sweatshop-like conditions in Italy. Bloomberg found that Loro Piana's $9,000 vicuña sweaters relied on free labor by indigenous Peruvian farmers. Now, a lot of you keep asking me to comment on the Dior situation and the court having found that the $57 bag produced in the alleged sweatshop is then sold for $2,600. Like, what do I think about this? I don't know why. You keep asking me because I made a video over a month ago about this exact topic. I made a video about the Dior topic. Please go check it out. I dedicated a lot of time to that video and I made an in-depth video commenting on this subject. Just before you ask me about the Dior sitch, we have commented on the Dior sitch. And also terrible about Loro Piana, But anyway, the big brands are still hoping luxury marketing can solve their structural and reputational problems. You see, I beg to differ. LVMH created the medals and trunk for the Olympic flame at the Olympic Games 2024 Summer Olympic Games in Gay Paris, along with many of the outfits for the opening ceremony, perhaps a little too obviously. You see, this is why I like this article, because it's petty in the best way possible. I love it. The fashion writer Amy Odell noted the company managed to turn the Olympic opening ceremony into a giant ad for itself. May we rewind 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, when it was announced that Louis Vuitton or LVMH is going to be one of the biggest sponsors of the Olympic Games in Paris. I made a video about that over 2 years ago, and I said, wait and see how LVMH is going to turn their sponsorship of the Olympic Games 2024 Summer Olympic Games in Paris into an ad campaign for themselves. Tax-free, because the money that they give in sponsorships or whatever into the Olympic Games, that's all tax deductible, or for the most part it is, but they get a humongous ad out of it. And in fact, people are noticing and they're saying now, oh boy, it's a little bit cringe how LVMH managed to turn the Olympics opening ceremony into a giant ad for itself. LVMH brands didn't just insert themselves here and there. They were more like a marketing patina over the entire thing. Interesting, right? Not everyone is convinced it is money well spent. In Williamsburg, Marco Liotta, a founder of Amarcord, not just a Fellini movie, but also apparently a stout, one of Williamsburg's first high-end vintage fashion outposts, said his customers don't want to be categorized. They want to be recognized for the uniqueness of the look, to be differentiated and not connected to something that took 50 gallons of water to produce. So sustainability is an issue. People are not really into buying new goods that much because they're aware of how much water it wastes and how much it pollutes the environment. Very interesting how people are waking up. The younger generations are going to be the downfall of luxury brands as we know it. New luxury will emerge, but the state of affairs of the old luxury, honey, the time has come. The time has come. The guillotine is ready, darling, and the metal has been sharpened, darling. There are no more rusty parts on those metal components. The hardware of the guillotine you can get to choose as a luxury brand if you wish your hardware to be gold, silver, palladium, or brass. Doesn't matter whichever you choose, they still cut just the same. He ventured that the big houses needed to find new target audiences, including communities they never previously served. Bottega Veneta, he noted, had recently shown in Atlanta, because that's where the largest community of rappers and the black community with money is. Brands should give up on the super filthy rich, because they're always going to buy Gucci, he added, and look to communities instead that they never served. What a great article. I think this is a really good article, you guys. What do you guys think about this? So are we talking about, thank you, Kev, Jacob reported it first. Thank you. Yes, it's been over 2 years ago, you guys, that we reported about this. And I'm really glad that, well, they're catching on to it like 2 years later, but we'll go. So the end of luxury, or are we going to start calling it differently now and say that luxury fashion is in its flop era? You be the judge. You be the judge. Let me know. Thumb up this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe, share, and never give up on love. Bye. Hi, Selena. How's it going, sweetie? Yeah. Yay, happy to catch a bit of mainstream before bed here. Hi, Miss B. That was written really well. Right, Corey? Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed it really a lot, you guys. Oh my God, Daniela M. Hi, by the way. I completely agree with you. It was so clumsy. Daniela says, the Louis Vuitton segment on the opening ceremony was so clumsy and obvious. Like, period. Period. I mean, period. Corey says, I don't think it's flopping. I think it's correcting. Well, they're trying to. Selena, you want to give up on love? Are you a narcissist? Well, that is kind of a narcissistic question to ask somebody else if you are a narcissist. That means one is self-absorbed. So, because it's kind of also fishing for compliments and saying, no, you're not. So, I would, if I were you, psychologically analyze that sentence you just wrote and the question. You gotta go a little bit deeper, Selena. Because I think you're a kind and sweet soul, and you're not a bad person at all. I never thought of you as being a bad person at all. You struggle a lot, and life is tough. But guess what? I met you in real life. You are a tough cookie. You will get through this, sweetie. Okay? There you go. There you go. Kev says, they created the bed. Now they must lie in it. I agree with you, Kev, because you guys, you know what? Yeah, it's a mess. But speaking of messes, I went shopping. No, okay. Let's film this one. Francesca's like, I feel like pulling back from certain luxury brands. I just don't take it seriously anymore. Jacob, his is one of your best yet, I think. Jacob, this is. Hi, Eric Florentino. This is one of your best yet. Oh, the video? This is one of your best yet, I think. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Sorry, it takes me a minute because I'm really bad in abbreviations and I'm kind of on one flow and then something takes me out a little bit, but then I come back again. So anyway, what will go. I wanted to do another video. So what is this thing? Teresa McGuire, don't give up on love, Selena. I about did. And now me and hubby are so happy. Oh, Terry, I'm so happy. So happy. I'm so happy. Did you guys have a good dinner? And there's always shopping, Robbie Lorraine. There's always shopping. Let me tell ya. Michael Prince Bent says, Selena, as the genius of Diane von Furstenberg said, the most important relationship is the one you have with yourself, period. And go buy one of her wraparound dresses while you're at it. Diane will appreciate. Cynthia O'Connor, how's it going, sweetie? Missed your wisdom-filled lives. We'll go. Glad you're with us now, honey. Oh, honey, we wise, but we also hoish and ratchet in our own special way. Oh, pow, that is so sweet. To quote a wise person, never give up on love. Speaking of never giving up on love, I also never give up on cute things. Cute things. You know, cute little things. Little things. You treat yourself with little things. They make you happy. So, yeah. Right. Hit it, Bubbles. Yeah, Jolie, very Adina Monsoon. So you guys, you know, we talk about the end of luxury and all that good stuff, but we still love beautiful objects. We still have memory of the past, of the glorious past. I personally do, and I'm not one to shy away from, if it makes my heart flutter, I open my wallet, honey. I don't know what you were thinking I was about to say. I opened my what? No. Well, about that on another social media platform, perchance. But as for YouTube, let's keep it, okay? So I went shopping. Yes, I did. So sue me. I've just about had it with, you know, with the idea of constant toning it down. Now, granted, money-wise, yes, we are toning it down. But I have experienced the Versace outlet, okay? Can this bag get any bigger? So I went to the Versace outlet. Oh my God, the prices were wugo, delish, scrumptious. Hai capito? Ma lo dico come Donatella? Dal naso? Facciamo un unboxing? Lo facciamo insieme? So anyway, let's do with my Donatella Versace nasal talk. IYK. So anyway, I go to the outlet. They have wonderful prices. Listen, Linda. Listen to that. If you know how to style Versace, it doesn't have to look terrible. It doesn't have to look like you are that pimp. It doesn't have to look like you have just made another million with your drug cartel. It doesn't have to look like you are that hookah. Although, nothing against the hookah, you know, nothing against it. But I'm just saying, there are ways and ways that we can enjoy Versace, and you just got to know how to dose it right. And then it can be amazing. Okay? Holly Grace says, I want to be a sucker and buy the Versace beach towels. Listen to them. So anyway, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Push the join button next to the subscription button. Become a member today. Gain access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon, Super Dick, all spelled together there as well for extra perks. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. I live stream several times a week, so come join the fun, come join the chats. And also, everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts, every single edged, in my opinion. Now, I have lived in a time where almost every single client of Versace, male client of Versace that I have seen, had the pinky nail this long. IYK. Times are not changing very much, but do you see me with that nail? No, you don't. So not everybody shopping at Versace. IYK. So anyway, interesting. Everything's holistic, you know. Listen, Linda. So, right, Polyhesta, your cousins with the long nail. IYK. As Holly Grace would said, the beach towels. I didn't get a beach towel, but honey, And Saya, you're going to die. I think we're going to be twinning because I think I've seen you with this one once. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We have been... Wait, let me cover this because who knows what this QR code is. But we got ourselves a silk Baroque Gianni Versace pillow. Let me get it out. No, I'm sorry, but I'm sick and tired. I am sick and tired. Holy Grace is like WTF. What do you mean, Holy Grace? I'm sick and tired of lack of decadence, of lack of opulence. Sick and tired of it. I want my silk Versace pillows, for crying out loud. Look at this gorgeous Medusa pillow with the fringes in silk. Okay, baby. Love that so much. Says Paul, right? This is going to be not just for, you know, the boudoir, darling, but it's a prop for my channel. This is kind of the promise of tomorrow, you see, the promise of better days to come. Oh, Holy Grace is like WTF as in need. I'm jealous majorly. Oh, Holy, I'm telling you. And this is where it's at because honestly, it's like, you know, this is where it's at. Okay. Allora, no, perché lo diciamo con la voce nasale di Donatella Versace. Ragazza, questo cuscino è micidiale. Frozen luxury, exactly. I cannot cry into a normal pillow. It's double-sided, batches. It's double-sided. It is silk. It is thick, honey, thick. It comes with the internal pillow already, so it doesn't just come flat. And the fringes are so juicy and thick. The juicy, thick fringes. And let me open it so I can show you how gorgeously the fringes are made on the inside. Yes, it's on the inside as well. No, that's a good question. No, it's not down and it's not feathers on the inside. The internal pillow, you can change it and get yourself a feather pillow. It's synthetic, which is good for me because I have a lot of allergies. So I would have put it a synthetic pillow inside anyway. I cannot do feathers. But look how gorgeously done this is on the inside so that these fringes can't just pull out. It is woven in a braid type of weave to attach the fringes properly to the zipper. It's made in Italy. Okay, we'll go. This is the pillow on the inside. And Versace home. Oh, bless. Living. I'm sorry, but I'm like, you know what? I'm sick and tired of this. Recession. It's the end. It's over. I'm like, bitch, let me get the most decadent piece I can get. A Versace silk pillow. Yes, this hoe gonna sleep on this because okay. And it comes with a little, it comes with a microchip. If they scan it, they can know exactly where it was sold, when, who, what, when, where, why. It's made in Italy, and I think we can find, there it is. I was looking for the made in Italy tag just to prove my point. There you go, realizzato in Italia, made in Italy. Hai capito? And washing and care instructions. Yes, Holy Grace, I'm being tracked by the Versace overloads. So it says, do not wash, do not bleach, do not tumble dry, cool iron, delicate dry clean only. Sure. Now, one thing that I've missed out on was the price. Yes, luxury comes at a price, doesn't it? Although Coco Chanel always used to say, the best things in life come free. Second best are very expensive. So needless to say, I'm obsessed with Versace pillows, and more are going to come probably my way. Now I'm going to have to buy more. You know, every time the outlet gets a new design, I'm going to have to kind of jump on it. Now, what do you guys think was the price? Because if you go on the Versace website, I just got to pull the fringes so that the zipper doesn't catch any fringe. How much do you think this baby was? So if you go on the Versace website, you're going to see that they cost around about $600. Kev is not impressed. Kev is like $50 for two. No, Kev, it's not that affordable. So it's $600 on the website, but and by the way, this one was not made for the outlet. This one was sent from a boutique to the outlet. Always ask and be very direct with the sales associates. Be like, is this made for outlet or not? With Versace, usually no. There's shoes that say like Versace made in China. Those are made for outlet. If they're made in Italy, chances are higher that they were sent over from a Versace boutique into the outlet. But anyway, their home goods are always from boutique, they said. Anyway, so from $600, it went down to, who guessed? Let me see in the chats. Somebody, I think Francesca guessed earlier. No, 200. It went down to $200 for two silk miniature foulards, because it's kind of square silk, fringes and pillow. Yes, it's expensive. I mean, it's still not cheap, but for Versace pillow, and this is from the era of Gianni Versace, this is his design. You know, having a piece of Gianni Versace history, yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm that sucker. I'm that sucker. So let me know, am I completely that sucker for, you know, wanting to live a little bit of decadence in this day and age by having these baroque goodnesses surrounding me, or is this warranted? Especially granted that we found it, you know, at an outlet price for $200. Let me know. Corey K says, well done. Cynthia says, I would cut it and make it a crop top. Well, Cynthia, honey, you're skinnier than me, because if I were to cut this, honey, I could barely make underwear. I don't know if I could even cover anyway. Again, this is the wrong social media platform to talk about dangly bits being covered up by silk. Love you loads. Let me know. Let a hoe know down below what your thoughts are. Until next time, subscribe, thumb up the video, and never give up on love and baroque, decadent love. Hai capito? Continuiamo a credere nell'amore della decadenza e l'amore barocco. Ciao, baci a tutti. There you go. There you go. There you go. Jacob, it's like blind leading the blind up here. Of course. Wait, hold on. Let me control. I'm sorry. Of course we think it's warrant. I know. Holly, listen. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you like you know, hubby got me $10,000 pillow from Hermes. No, it's going to be, you know, we're going to do it our style. Yeah, look at me going to the outlet and getting a Versace pillow. I'm sorry, but this to me is awesome. Awesome. Any day, all day. And I will be getting more. I'm telling you now. And I'm telling you right now that them is not real. And I'm going to keep getting. Was that Minnie Mouse or the lady from the airplane? I don't know. Yeah, $200. Oh, Johnny? Well, Johnny Versace, I don't know who that was, but Gianni, yeah, he was a sexy man. Definitely. Corey says, it's an art piece for you. You got it for the history. So I think you scored. Thank you, Corey. Plus, it smells so good. Oh my God, it smells so good. Not perfumed, but just the smell of silk. It smells so good. Frozen Luxury said, it started with a Gucci Adidas bag, and now this. Who showed you where the outlets are? You're talking about this one? What was it? You're talking about this one, Saya? Yeah? That's this the one you're talking? So I went back to Gucci and I'm like, do you have more of the Adidas? Can you believe what they told me? They said, oh, yeah, our Adidas collaboration, we had to send it all back. Like we were allowed to sell it only for a week or two, and then whatever was not sold had to be sent back. Like they closed the window of allowance, contractually obligated or whatever. So I got really lucky for getting this for like 70, 80% off. So there you go. Yeah, I know it's very weird. They had to send it back, and okay. Kind of a pity because I was really looking forward to getting some more stuff, but no, it was all gone. And not because it sold out, mind you. Steph, right. I was also like, wait, are you going to destroy it? So apparently they burned it, says Jalfredo. He kind of, the gentleman that was working there, he kind of implied they're going to do like samples, no, staff sale. And I'm like, yeah, staff sale, but then even the staff sale, you're not going to sell everything. And then what? Because then you're going to, right, destroy it, right? Because in Europe, you're not allowed to destroy it anymore, but they've sent it to the States. So I don't know. I don't know. So yeah. Nata Dita says, Gianni Versace's first perfume is my most loved perfume. Pity it was discontinued. It's so beautiful. And the bottle is gorgeous of that one. It's called Gianni Versace with the old font, with the thin font. And A says, but why though? Is it about the Adidas controversy? No, nothing to do with the Adidas controversy. It's about contracts and how the brands want to be represented. And, they don't really want to be, I guess, perceived as cheaper. So, to sell it in an outlet for too long might raise awareness about the cheapness of the collaboration. Francesca, I didn't buy anything at Gucci this time. I just got Versace, and I went to the what's it called? The cosmetics company store. I sold my stole to the cosmetics company store, and I bought a serum. But I talk about all of that in the pre-show, and then yeah, I got some socks from Y3 because I love Y3. So I got some socks they have really good socks. I love their socks. I'm actually wearing a pair of their socks right now. Love Y3 socks. So I got a pair of Y3 socks in the outlet. And yeah. Fab Caution says, Edward, $200 is a steal. It's not about brand. You shop for quality, style, and beauty. It's a piece of art, and putting a price on it is really not the point. I think you are a wise shopper. Oh, thank you, Edward. Thank you so much. Rosanna says, why did they produce that much ending with surplus? I think they thought it was going to sell better than it did. Because don't forget, it was released during the pandemic, and not everybody was into the sporty vibe of the Gucci, with Adidas collaboration. Like, not everybody was into that vibe. So, okay. And the prices were high. It was priced just like regular Gucci, but it was more sporty. So maybe that's one of the reasons. And then a lot of it was, leftover stock. It happens. But most brands produce a lot with surplus in the end, They just got away with it in the past because they would just destroy it. Now laws are changing and they can't just destroy it. So they have to find other ways to be sneaky about it. After a year, they may sell them for really cheap. The older stuff at this stuff sales goes for nothing. Got a pair of shorts for €20 instead of 900. Cinnamon roll, but at which brand? Jacob not buying Chanel so much, he's almost cured. Selena, the shade. Steph says, I have a pair of the Gucci for Adidas slides. Love them, so gloriously tacky. What about MCM Frozen Luxury? I did not see an MCM outlet. Did I? I just didn't enter because I didn't care really. Oh yeah, Polyhesta. Yes, Polly. There is a Y3 outlet. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Patricia says, Jacob, did they have other pillows at Versace? Also, it's hard to make red and black work with my color scheme. Yes, they do have other pillows as well. They do. And they have blankets and throws. And they even had a dog cushion. They had oh yes, they had a ginormous Baroque dog cushion, which I wanted to buy for myself. But then the sales associate looked at me and like, do you have a dog? And I was like, I could get one. I was like, I mean, yeah. I mean, can I sit on it? So, oh my God. At that point, I was like, Jacob, this is embarrassing. You're lying to a sales associate. Like, you're so hooked. You're lying about having a dog just because you want to buy the dog pillow. So I did not buy the dog pillow. It's to go with the dog frisbee, right, Kev? Except here, the dog frisbee from Hermes, we could pass it as a human frisbee as well. Come on. The only reason they sell this as a dog frisbee, as a dog disc, flying disc, they call it, is because they're not allowed to call it a frisbee because frisbee is copywritten. So Hermes doesn't call this a frisbee. Did you know that? They don't call it a frisbee. They're not allowed to. Like, how cheap can you get? They're not allowed to call it a frisbee. They don't want to pay to be allowed to call it a frisbee. So they just call it something else so they can make more money for themselves and they don't have to pay to the Frisbee Association of blah, blah, blah. Selena's like, Jacob, take me to church and Jesus wash my sins. Child, look at her going all religious on us again. No news on the lawsuit yet, Corey, but we wait and ferret. It's Frisbee Association debt, I know. Frisbee Association. Oh, honey, you would be surprised. You would be those Frisbee people, honey. They are aggressive. Oh, don't let those Frisbee people catch you. Oh, yes. Don't you be letting those Frisbee people catch up. Because, honey, you think Chanel was feisty with lawsuits? Wait till you see Frisbee peeps coming for you. He was hot, Tina. Yes, Johnny was very hot. Now, speaking of lawsuits, though, I'm blessed as my answer is always that it's a gift. That way I'm not lying. They don't know the gift is for me. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way of getting away with it. Oh, Cynthia, all of my makeup, the whole routine, I put on the entire makeup in the pre-show. It's a long process. And I do it every Saturday. We do the whole Get Ready With Me in the pre-shows. So you get to see all the details, all the makeup I use, and how I apply it. We do it in real time. So that's kind of like an extra feature for the members and patrons. Jalfredo 42, Beauty Quinn, thank you. How's it going, sweetie? So, okay, you guys, then re-gifts, they think you have a sugar zaddy. Is sugar zaddy, honey? Don't we all? Period. Okay, putting on a little bit of, something. Sotheby says a Chanel Frisbee for 4,500. Oh, that one should cost 2,000. So they're marking up the price. That's insane. I wanted to talk to you about Chanel, speaking of Chanel, because, it wouldn't be a Super Deco live stream if it wasn't for Chanel. And I have the most peculiar intel to share with you. Let me just, Fashion United. Okay. Hit it, Joe. Hit it, Bubbles. I mean, Chanel. Oh, Ollie. Brace yourselves, guys. We got breaking news.
Chanel!
Brace yourselves. We have breaking Chanel news. What has happened this time? And why? This is Jose. So, as reported by Fashion United, Chanel raises, you might think, oh, prices again. Apparently, raising prices wasn't enough for them to balance the balance and the ledgers and the books. No, Chanel raised $700 million. Why, how, and when? We're going to get to all the details right after this. First, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Push the join button next to the subscription button. Become a member today. Again, access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon. Super Decaball spelled together there as well for extra perks. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. I live stream several times a week, so come join the fun. Come join the chat. Say hello to my co-chatters. Everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. Ollie says, for Chanel charity, everyone gets a Birkin. I mean, a classic flap. Listen to this, Linda. Fashion Ad Report, and this is so fascinating. Do you remember a couple of, well, at this point, it was already a couple of months ago, we were analyzing the interview that Bloomberg, Francine, did from Bloomberg with the Baconator, Lena Nair. And Francine asked, one of the questions was, is Chanel going to go public? Meaning, is Chanel going to go, because Chanel is a privately owned company. The question was asked, is Chanel going to go public on the stock market? Are you going to allow people to publicly purchase stock? Like Ollie says, IPO. Is Chanel going IPO? It's like Lucille Ball, you know, with Desi Arnaz, you know. Why can't I be in the show? Why can't I be in the show? People keep asking, why aren't you selling your stock? Why aren't you selling your stock? And Lena is like, we don't need to. We're popular. You know, when Lena said, we love Virginie Viard, and then Virginie left. And I told you, whatever corporate bullshit is told to you by the corporate heads, just believe the opposite. In fact, Bruno Pavlovsky and Lena were talking about Virginie Viard being amazing. Isn't she doing amazing? Isn't she doing amazing? And I said to you before Virginie left, already back in May or April, I said, oh boy, if Bruno Pavlovsky and Lena Nair are praising Virginie so much, she's going to go. They already fired her. Or something is going to go down. And everybody's like, no, no, no. Look what happened. June 5th, 2024. Virginie Viard leaves Chanel. Told you so. And I also told you when there was talk about the IPO and people kept asking in the Bloomberg interview, but also in Business of Fashion interview, on another interview that the Baconator did, they asked, hey, is Chanel going IPO? Is Chanel going IPO? And the Baconator is like, no, 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 no. Well, well, well. Guess what just happened yesterday? Guess what happened yesterday? Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Luxury, as reported by Fashion United, luxury fashion house Chanel has reportedly raised 700 million euro. Oh my God, not dollars, euro. That's even more than $700 million. 700 million euro. But not going IPO. Instead, in a U.S. private placement, and I will, don't get all weird, like, what does that mean? I'll explain everything. Goldman Sachs Group Incorporate and Société Générale S.A. are the major investors, Bloomberg reports, citing sources close to the matter. A private placing is a financing round that is only available to a select group of investors. It is not offered to the general public and is therefore also called a non-public offering. In other words, they went public without going public so that they can state that they're not IPOing, but they need the money. Why would they need the money if they just told us that they had 13 to 16% growth last year? And then one of their CEOs, you remember in the interview, he slipped and he said 7 or 8% of that growth was due to price increases. And then he was like, you remember when that happened? So they're tricking the books, in my opinion, allegedly. You know what I mean? There's the ledger and then there's the ledger, as we've learned from Twin Peaks season 1, when the windmill burned down. IYK, YK. Now, here is the interesting part. Earlier this year, the company's annual report revealed an increase in both revenue and profit for Chanel. The company recorded a turnover of 19.7 billion euro, plus 16% compared to a year earlier. Operating profit rose by 10.9% in the financial year to a level of 6.4 billion euros. I think they're worried that they're not going to grow as much and they need the money because the money ain't coming in this year, honey. Allegedly. Fashion United has reached out to Chanel, Goldman Sachs Group Inc. and Société Générale SA for more information, but is awaiting a response. Now, let me read to you what is a private placement. A private, and I got this from JLo or Gulu. Do you know that video? When they spell Google on the blackboard, like G, O, everybody repeats the whole classroom. G, everybody G, L, E. And then what's it spelled together? Gulu. So on Gulu, it says that a private placement is a sale of stock, shares, or bonds to pre-selected investors and institutions rather than publicly on the open market. It is an alternative to an initial public offering, also called IPO. IPO is the abbreviation term that we've utilized at the beginning of this video. So IPO stands for initial public offering for a company seeking to raise capital for expansion. So they want to expand, but I think they wanted those $700 million or euro so that next year they can still tell us that they made a huge profit this year. You see, because if they didn't get, this is what I think, if they didn't get their 700 million this year from the investors, then they could not claim huge growth in 2024 because the sales just aren't there, in my opinion. I'm just speculating here. But now that they've got this investment, they could say next year, oh, we're growing, we're amazing. I'm like, yeah, somebody bailed you out from going in minus, I suppose, allegedly. Isn't that interesting? But there's more to this. So then to the question, what is an example of a private placement company? Gulu answers, examples of private placement companies include real estate investment trusts, REITs, non-traded REITs, hedge funds, equipment leasing agreements, tenants in common, and various oil and gas limited partnerships. In other words, all the shady business you could list that's borderline legal, that's what they're doing. Period. And at the to the question, is a private placement a good thing? Gulu answers, private placement can be a cost-effective way for companies to raise capital. Private placement offerings are exempt from many of the regulatory requirements that apply to public offerings. So they're hiding something. In other words, to go public and do an IPO, you got to abide by certain rules, and transparency is one of them, which, as we all know from the history of the Chanel brand, they do not like transparency. They do not like to share anything. If they can avoid to share anything with the public, they will avoid. So by doing this form of going on the stock market without going on the stock market, they don't get to follow all the rules that a going public company would have to follow, including a certain type of transparency. Deborah says exactly, it equals less transparency. And so private placement offerings are exempt from many of the regulatory requirements that apply to public offerings, which can significantly reduce the costs associated with offering securities. This also means that the companies that decide to invest in this way in another company are also running a bigger risk. And the company taking the money owes them less in return, allegedly. Isn't that interesting? Patricia Casey says, but they still don't have to make their finances public. No, they pay to not make them public. Like they pay like a sort of a fee. But they decide to make them public when they make a big surplus because then they're proud of it, you know. But then there are many years in which Chanel decided to not disclose how much earning they made and how many taxes they paid. What is the role of a private placement? To that question, Guru answered, a private placement agent or placement agent is a firm assisting fund managers in the alternative asset class. Example, private equity, infrastructure, real estate, hedge funds, and venture capital. All of these borderline shady AF. So typical. This reeks of Lena Nair, if you ask me. Now we're getting to the juice. Now we're getting to the bacon. Now we understand why she was hired, in my humble opinion. Because ever since she came, honey, ship started sinking. My opinion, at least. Just my opinion. And entrepreneurs, private companies, example, startups and growth capital companies seeking to raise private financing. Except guess what? Chanel isn't a startup. Chanel isn't a growth capital company, but it seems like they want to turn it into one. Oh, how deep we have fallen. Is private placement risky? To that question, Guru answered, marketing an issue may be more difficult for private placements as these investments can be quite risky with lower liquidity and publicly traded securities. Private placements can also be done quicker than IPOs. In other words, when you need the money real fast, you do the private placement. You got no time to go public. I wonder why they were in such a hurry to do all of this before the end of the fiscal year. One doth wonder. To the question, what is the downside of private placement? Guru answered, disadvantage, a more demanding buyer. The buyer of a private placement bond issue expects a higher rate of interest than can be earned on a publicly traded security. Because of the additional risk of not obtaining a credit rating, a private placement buyer may not buy a bond unless it is secured by specific collateral. In other words, also, not anybody can bid on this private placement. You have to be invited by the company to give investment. In a private placement, a company sells its securities, stocks, bonds, or other financial instruments to a small number of accredited investors. So to the question, how does private placement make money? Guru answers, in a private placement, a company sells its securities, stocks, bonds, or other financial instruments to a small number of accredited investors, institutions, or qualified buyers without making the offering available to the general public. Who is eligible for private placement? Guru answered, all private placement offers should be made only to those persons whose names are recorded by the company before sending the invitation to subscribe. The persons whose names are recorded will receive the offer, and the company should maintain a complete record of the offers in Form PAS 5, which I don't know what is. How many investors can you have in a private placement? Guru answered, Securities may not be sold to more than 35 non-accredited investors. All non-accredited investors, either alone or with a purchaser, a representative must meet the legal standard of having sufficient knowledge and experience in financial and business matters to be capable of evaluating the merits and risks of the endeavor. And how long does a private placement last? Guru answered, as an investment-grade asset class offering a range of maturities from as short as 3 years to as long as 30 years or even more. Private placements are an attractive fixed income investment for insurance companies, pension funds, and other institutional investors. So I think Chanel wants money. I think they need money because otherwise, why do this? Why do this otherwise? And so sneakily, we're still not doing public. We're doing this the other route. Very, very sneaky. Oh, I think we're going to see some major shifts and changes with Chanel is playing the game, honey. They're playing the game. Rachel says, private equity ruins everything. Asset stripping is the end result. So, Rachel, what do you think is going on? Why did they do the private equity? Are they going to sell the company? Is this why they're going private? Because they want to strip? Asset stripping is the end result? You think they're going to sell parts away? Are they gearing up to sell Chanel? Is this what's happening? They just want to raise its value before they sell by having all these investors give 700 million euro? What is the reason of this? Rachel says, yes, I think so. Just my opinion. Rachel says, I think they want to sell. Gloria Recino says, oh, something is definitely going to go down, honey. Go down, baby. Tina says, they're a stock house all along. Sorry, they are selling. So, Tina, you think they're selling? But who do we think they're selling to is my next question. Yeah, Corey says, yeah, it's like going to the creepy check cashing place. Deborah says, yes, artificially inflate value of the company, make it look good. Baconator at work, says Deborah C. So they're inflating the company artificially, and then they want to sell it, you think. Karen says, the company is changing, losing the history of Chanel. Jalfredo says, more knockoffs, baby. Kev says, the Vatheimers want out before it collapses. Interesting, Kev. Zeitgeist says, this is giving me a sense of foreboding. Outstanding report, says Francesca. Thank you, darling. Teresa McGuire says, something weird going on. Companies don't normally do this unless they are about to sell. Leanne says, I've been through several hedge fund and private equity sales. It always sucks. Karen Brody says, my dear, that is called pump a dump or pump and dump. Patricia Casey says, in my opinion, I don't think so. They wouldn't have raised money this way. Just my thoughts. So Patricia, what do you think they're going to do? Why did they do this private placement offering? Why did they do the private placement? Why do you think so, Patricia? Pally Hesta says they be selling to Michael Kors. Really? Frozen Luxury says Chanel is raising money for their gardener's inheritance. There you go. Corey says they are not offering the same salary to the new atelier workers. Oh, the shade. Allegedly. Tina says BlackRock bought Creed, so we'll go. Sylvia says they're selling to Kevin. Deborah C says their timing is off, says Deborah. Well, what do you guys think is going on? What do you think is going on? Why do they do the private placement? Why the 700 million? Why those companies that we listed at the beginning, why are they placing the private placement? Patricia says, buying time. They still think they're number one, says Patricia. So you think they're taking this money because they still think they're number one. That is an interesting approach to this, Patricia. Interesting. Rachel says they could be selling to someone like BlackRock, Keurig, etc., or selling a part of the business. Kev says, are they not going to announce new creative team until they sell? Well, they're not announcing sale at all yet, so we don't know. We don't know. Corey says, I think they need money short term. Then once that is sorted and they are doing better, they will be safe. Okay, so Corey, you don't think they want to sell? Amanda says, I don't know, but money is expensive with interest rates so high. This private placement could be a more cost-effective way to raise necessary money for operations and growth. Yes, but then the investors want their profits back. What if the profits don't come? Then what's going to happen? Although we did say, right, according to these analytics, you're taking a bigger risk if you're doing a private placement, but still the rewards are higher apparently. Deborah says they are unlisted, so no need to raise money in a hurry unless you're selling, says Deborah C. That's a good point. Teapot says it's a marketing strategy, selling in exclusive boutiques and luxury chain stores. Cinnamon Roll says they needed the money to afford John Galliano. That's a good one. I wish he would go to Chanel. Patricia says we always agree without ever knowing it in advance. Oh, my imaginary sister, Corey Emerson. Oh, cute. And, well, Zeitgeist says, but what makes Chanel special is that it is a private company. They can't sell tears. Tears, tears, tears. Let me know, guys, what are your thoughts about this move that Chanel just did? This little private placement for 700 million euro. What do you think this means for the future of Chanel? Let me know down below. Thumb up the video, subscribe to my channel. Until next time, never forget to never give up on love. Bye! Yeah, well, what do you know? I mean, what do you know? Patricia says they're pulling out of stores. I think they will expand their own boutiques. Yes, I think so too. They're expanding their own boutiques, definitely. They're also making their products more and more limited. And I'm talking also perfumes and beauty. It's more and more like now you go on the Chanel website and like almost all of their perfumes, it says exclusive, 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 you know. Rachel says the only other alternative I can think of is that this is some way for the family to transfer ownership to more family members, the new generation, without paying taxes. But they keep saying that the younger generations, they don't want to be a part of this. Although one of the sons of the Vadheimers, he started his own company with a huge investment as well. Weird. Really weird. Oh, T-Bot says, really, Patricia? Like, they're expanding their own stores. I see it as a downsizing move, a liquidation, says T-Bot. Well, since many years, they started to, you know, they wanted to gain control completely over distribution of their own products. And by that, I mean beauty. Because they would always go through distributors that would enter, you know, places like Macy's, department stores, private perfumeries, blah, blah, blah. So Chanel back in 2013, 14 started opening up their own beauty boutiques, more and more of them. And then they started, you know, distribution of exclusive products only to their beauty boutiques, only sold directly through Chanel. That distribution was not allowed to anybody else. And slowly, as the contracts are expiring with all the distributors, they're not renewing them, apparently. So they're kind of gaining full control of distribution of their own product, maximizing profits, because obviously you don't have an intermediate salesperson to connect you with the end perfumeries. You own your own product and you sell it to yourself. I mean, can it be any better than that? And that was their end game, I think. Deborah says it's to make themselves look good. Private company would approach a bank. This is paying top dollar for urgent loan. Urgent, says Deborah. Interesting, Deborah. Interesting what you're saying. Patricia Casey says, bravo, Jacob, you really dig up the juice. Right, Patricia? I told you it's going to be juice. I told you this show is going to be juice. Tipa says, then sell off the namesake. Amanda says, I think this is actually the way to keep the company private and under Chanel's creative control and direction. But why do they need this extra money if they were doing so good and profits were high? Why do they need this extra money? Polyhesta says they are opening a lot of perfume boutiques in Texas, like a lot of them. Sylvia says, do you think they're going to try and make number 5 exclusive? No. But they will make certain versions of Chanel number 5 exclusive. That they will do. That they will do. If you go to their website, they already have certain products listed under the number 5 family under the exclusive category. You see. And then with time, they might make it more and more exclusive. Who knows? If it goes well in their direction, they might make the whole thing exclusive. Interesting. So I was talking to some friends of mine earlier in the day. And I'm not going to say who. gotta keep this private, right? But I'm not going to say who, but I'm going to say what. And I want to know your opinion. Are you also like this? So somebody told me that, and I want to know, what do you guys think about this? Sexual relationships with friends. And that it was actually quite nice. Sexual relationships with friends. Touchy subject. Holly Gray's like, nope. Shawan says Texas is the place to be lately. I like a lot the laws there. I feel like I would feel safe there, and my pets too. Really? Okay. Holly Gray says nope. Friends with benefits, says Kev. Carol says hell no. Never works, says Tina. Patricia says as long as you're not related to. LOL. Oh my God, Patricia, the shade. Deborah says Chanel may be doing licensing agreements, break up the company. Jackie says good way to not be friends is to have sex. Corey says so. Oh, Corey, you married your friend. Interesting. Johnny says, yep. Oh, Johnny's all for it. MMM says, it happens a lot. Nay says, well, then we're not friends, I guess, says Nay. Polyhesta says, in Texas. Anyway. Teepa says, how close of a friend? Are you willing to lose them if things go south? That's the point. Rachel says, of course, friends with benefits can be nice, but both people need to be very mature about it and super honest. Lurk says, my early 20s were all about sexual relationships with friends. Wait, Holly, let me scroll up just quickly. I missed Holly's comments. Let me scroll up quickly. Friends can become partners, but that's different. Friends should be friends. Robbie says, it's all fun and games till someone loses. And what, Robbie? Shani D says, the last sexual relationship with a friend I married, I would not recommend it for everyone, though. Shani, you did it. Steph says, it's great until it's not. Liz says, only if they are good friends. Alfredo says, we are the world. We are the children. Xavier Gray says, I married mine. Rachel says, I've had that kind of relationship and it was great. Still friends. Rage, you minx. Corey says, I did 21 years ago. Deborah says, older peeps do this. Deborah, is that so? Because of like the comfort or something? Naked Eye says, and you have to show profit for a couple of years before going IPO. Yes. So you think they were in a rush to get the money and did the private thing instead. Francesca says, no. Patricia says, you're lucky if your partner is also a friend. Oh, that's a good one, Patricia, but that was not the question, darling. MMM says, I've heard it happens with more than one friend at the same time. MMM. Slut vibes. Live in Ferret. Nay says, I mean, I definitely effed up a few friendships this way in my late teens, early 20s. Yup. Corey says, you want your person to be your absolute best friends. Robbie says, I say nope. Shani says, so a few of us married the friend. Well, we'll go. Shani, the things we learn in the bunker. Kev says, what if the friend is terrible in bed? Ooh, then they're a terrible friend. I don't know. Alfredo says, sugar zaddy. Wait, no, we were talking friends, Alfredo. And there you go, directly to the sugar zaddy. Steph says, I agree, Deborah. Easier to find a willing partner. I am blessed says, never tried it, but if I had a friend that was worth a bother, I might play the game. Cinnamon Roll says, unless you are not actually friends and you don't mind losing them, better not. Deborah C says, companionship, Jacob, and nobody has to move in. Period. Siobhan says, only sexual relationships with my friends. And I don't mean toys, LOL. Naked Eye says, no, it's not a startup. Are we talking about friends sexia or investments now, Naked Eyes? Alfredo says, let's be friends. Boo! Target. Corey says, Patricia, I am very blessed. Selena says, anyone who is Horus is also Apollo? No, Apollo is Helios. Unless you're playing a different word game here. Deborah says a low drama option can work. Tina says becomes weird and then they want to own you. No. Well, Tina, that's when they start obsessing over you. That's a little bit stalkerish, if you ask me. Steph says, I did the opposite. Married the sex and he became a friend. Fabulous. Patricia says, oh no, Kev. I can't even think about it now. But good friend, bad in bed. Cringy says Alfredo. Jody says, I've had 3. Friends with benefits. It was the best, says Jody. Deborah says, if you break up, they take their toothbrush only. Oh, so it's a simple type of thing. I understand. Alfredo also says it's hot. Nay says, I've gotten my feelings very hurt this way too. Friends with benefits need to be very mature and speak on boundaries and expectations. Shaban is like, toothbrush only. See ya. Lurk says, I mean, it depends on that friend's personality. Some people see it as a game. Some other people take it more seriously. Choose that friend you're gonna screw wisely. Teresa says, I have a friend who had a gay guy friend and they had sex often until one of his boyfriends got really jealous. Uh-oh, Terry. That sounds like a TV show I would want to watch just because, you know. It helps if you live in Paris, to be honest, says Rachel. Oh, honey. Paris invented the concept of STD, darling. You know, Parisian STDs are the luxury of STDs, honey. Getting an STD in Paris is like saying you got a Birkin. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Nay says, Terry has fashion modeled he always. Zyka says, even though I'm Gen Z, I think S star X is something you should share with someone you love. It's a special bond. Oh, boy. Well, la-dee-da. Good for you, sweeties. That's lovely. Pao says, before I got married, I was very good at not catching feelings. Oh my God, Pao, you're minx. Yes, polyester. When you go to Gay Paris, be careful. The rash do be rashing. You might catch something you didn't even know existed, honey. You might catch something you didn't even know existed. Kev says, be careful before LVMH starts selling logo STDs. Honey, get your LV monogrammed syphilis today. There's a waiting list, though. You gotta have a purchase history with some of our sales associates first. And allegedly, you know, IYKYK. So yeah, interesting to hear your thoughts and prayers. Yeah, I have no feelings now, so I'm not even dying ferret, says Selena. You're already gone, basically. Sylvia's like, Paris Hall, so I came back with chlamydia and gonorrhea hucks. Yes, darling. Oh, the fabulosity. I'm the one that catches feelings, so it never ends well for me, says Carrie. Patricia says, Jacob, you're so funny. I love how you read our comments with our actual intentions. Oh, I can read through you like an open book, Patricia. Let me say, we'll go. You know, Rachel says, LOL, Jacob, Paris isn't that bad. Oh, honey, the rashes I got in Paris, I never got anywhere else in my life. Oh, honey, the rashes, the full body rashes I got in Paris, I never got anywhere else. So it's disgusting. Okay. The food poisoning I got in Paris and the rashes I got nowhere else. So, Ale, a word of caution. A word of caution, honey. There's a reason why they invented perfume, baby. It's the horse bath. No need for water. You just spritz it and you leave it. Patricia says, what are your thoughts, Jacob? Oh, my thoughts? Friends with benefits, nah, usually, I don't think they work out. You know? I like to think I have a designer disease, says Nay. It's rare and hard to get. It's not a sexy disease, though. No, it's bad for your wallet, though. Oh, Kev, hubby bought me so many STDs from Paris. Oh, Kev, you lucky girl. You lucky, 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 lucky girl. Holy Grace, OMG. Holy Grace understood the in between the lines. Yucky, says Alfredo. And you've had IBS ever since, says Patricia. Ever since what, darling? Paris is a dirty bird, says Steph. Oh, yes. Really? Mon pauvre? Rach, please. Thoughts and prayers, nay. Thoughts and prayers. MMM says truer words have never been said. Adopt a pet instead. They stay true, says Tina. Steph says, I prefer a faceless, nameless stranger. Yeah, it's the one night stand for me. You understand. I think that's a better way. It's a better way to go. Although, I've been in that position where after quite a few of those one night stands, I found myself, oh, let me say this in the Carrie Bradshaw voice. I was walking down Fifth Avenue and all of a sudden bumped into a guy and he said hello. I looked at him and I couldn't help but wonder, did I actually have sex with him in the past? I completely forgot. And just like that, I figured out maybe my sexcapades in the city that never sleeps should slow down a bit. And just like that, in a New York minute, I decided to go to sex rehab. Cue in the Sex and the City music. End scene. Cliffhanger till the next season. We'll go, we'll go. And yes, this happened to me. I kid you not. I was that hoe walking down the street. This guy passes by, is like, hi. And I'm like, so, did I? Couldn't remember. Could not for the love of me remember. And that's when I said to myself, I says, Jacob, you son of a gun. This ain't gonna end well. You gots to slow it down because we'll go. So, and yeah. And that was an awakening moment for me because I'm like, come on, you can't not remember. Like, really? Are we that like did we sink that low? Ah, those were the days. But youth, youth, you know. And I am 237 years old, so my youth was a long time ago. We'll go. Rachel says, at the end of the day, it probably depends on one's temperament, personality, etc. If one would feel good about friends with benefits or better in other setups. Yeah. Pally says, I used to have two regular guys in my 20s. One would come and left. And the other one was waiting outside. Now I am a closed petunia. Oh, polyester. That happened to me too. You also didn't know if you had the poverty. And just like that, I had 40K worth of Manolos in my studio apartment. And I wondered, right, Nay? There you go. Come on, Bunka, thumb up the live stream, please, for Jacob opening up. Patricia, thumb up the live stream. Youth is always wasted, MMM. That's what youth is for. What else are you going to do? Because the second you realize you're youthful, you lost it already. It only works when you're not aware that you have it, you see. Shani D says, after I met a girl who was in the Navy and got her twins from a one-night stand in Europe, I was too nervous to even think about that as an option. That is scary. Deborah says, a guy tried that as a chat-up line. I said, if you slept with me, you'd remember. Oh my God. Wait, hold on. Just to be very clear, I did not tell that guy, hey, did I sleep with you? No, I just politely nodded back and said hi. And then as I was walking away, I was thinking to myself, did I or did I not? But I would never use that as a catch. Could you imagine going to someone like, hey, did I sleep? Oh my God, that is so rude. That is so rude. If somebody did that to me, I would be offended. I would be like, I'd be like, how dare you? How dare you? No, I would be offended. No, that don't fly with me. I would be like, there's the dough. Don't you ever dare speak to me again. Period. I used to be such a hoe before I met my boyfriend, says Nay. Oh, Nay, you minx. Red bottoms? What's that, Alfred? Spanky, or are we talking some? I don't want to know. Polyhester says, I used to save the guys' names with a rating, how they did. and a picture of their members. Oh, and the city that they live in, just in case I was in that city. You know that what you just did now is exposing yourself on a public platform like YouTube as being borderline stalkerish? Because this is not normal behavior. I don't know, but that's a bit much. That's a bit much, allegedly. Yeah. Nay says, I was just messy. Steph says, yes, I can't believe the things I did in the 90s. I'm surprised I survived. Steph, you and me together. I also like, am I alive? Am I alive or is this just a dream? Have I already kicked a bucket and I'm just kind of hallucinating from somewhere in between, in purgatory? Alfreda's like, hush your mouth. We live and we learn. Deborah says, I was offended, but dismissed it with that response. Good for you, Deborah, because that was offensive. Pau says, my best friend and I love to reminisce about our crazy youth. Thank goodness both our kids are so calm. Pau. It's like you're Adina and Patsy, and your child is Safi, and Safi is not having it, that Mama and the friend are crazy. Ah, gotta love AbFab. Yeah. I know, Steph, right? An inventory. Impressive, right? Liz says, friends with benefits work when it's not planned. You solve jealousy and other issues as they present, as they come along. Johnny's shook. Polly? Johnny, are you not worried that Pali Hesta took down your size, shape, photo, place, location, and everything? Shani says, oh, Polly, a de-inventory. Shani, do not tell me that you also took a de-inventory. Frozen Luxury says, my boyfriend has a girlfriend and we all get along. Saya? Oh, I'm not going to lean on those Versace pillows when I come to visit you. I don't know what liquids have been on there. Nay says my hoe era was like 2007 to 2012. I love how you have the exact date. Prebiotics, T-Pal. Irene says, I feel like I'm too hungover to keep up with y'all today. Oh, Irene, cheers, sweetie. We are the children. We are the ones to make the world. Silhouette, darling. Yeah, Steph says, Pally be having receipts. Receipts. Deborah says, I had an exceptionally good-looking Italian housemate. Always trying to seduce me. He tried everything. In the end, he said I was too cold. I said, nobody who has actually slept with me has said that. Oh my God, you nailed it, Deborah. Oh, I love when you make an Italian suffer. Oh yes, the Italian wanted to, tickle that pickle but couldn't get it. Ooh, they go crazy when you don't give it to them. That's the only way really to get an Italian to fall for you is to deny them the you. The second you give them the you, it's over. Period. Oh my, what a subject to wake up to. Hi, Velasquez. Why are you talking about Will Smith, Alfredo? What happened to Will Smith? It's the whole Ritz-Carlton up in here. Nay. Ritz-Carlton. Not a live stream passes by without the Ritz quote. Hit it, Camilla. Why not Regina, Camilla? Oh my God, and then there's me waiting for the right guy. Oh, Zeitgeist. You feel so left out. You do you, boo. He was after permanent residency for sure, says Deborah. Oh, he wanted that. That's not it. So anyway, no, Naked, we are right on topic, honey. I started this topic. We are right where we have to be. Gloria says, Camilla always comes up. I know, it's such a thing. Nay says, I was in Italy at 14, my first time out of the country. The men were insane. But I'm from Oakland, so I was kind of used to it. And it was just more sing-songy. Yeah. Oh, Kev, you're also looking for the right guy? 6'5", 6'4", blue eyes, finance. Looking for a man in finance. 6'4", blue eyes, trust fund. Kev, you're so innocent. Lana Marie says, hello, Fashion Bunker. Hi, Lana Marie. I'm so sorry you have to witness this. I'm a bit under the weather tonight, guys, says Indrani. Don't worry about it. MMM says, my perfumes have become my friends with benefits. I sleep with them every night. TMI, TMI, honey. But you really do know how to appropriately embody our comments. Yeah, nay. Now, you see, this is how I feel. Sorry, I'm just trying to crop this to protect the identity. The identity. Okay, so this conversation really kind of proves to me how I really am, who I truly is. And who I truly is, and if you wish to support who I truly is and this Ratchet channel, you can always tip your host here for all the effort. Thank you. From 9gag, an Instagram account that was suggested to me by Instagram, by Meta. This is so on point and so me. Me on the outside versus me on the inside. Are you ready, Ferret? It's the sock. It's literally the sock realness, okay? This is me on the outside. This is me on... And you know what? I think this is life. This is my life, okay? This is where we are. This is where we're at. There you go. This is it by 9gag. This is exactly how we is. Me on the outside, me on the inside. Teresa says, hubby just showed me an article of a French Olympic pole vaulter, emphasis on the pole, who missed the gold medal because his penis was so big it hit the pole on his way over. My, and the entire gay community is rushing over to start watching the Olympic Games. And just like that, all we could do was reiterate that good dick is indeed a prison. And with that wisdom imparted to us by the TV show Girls and Hannah, I wish to thank the mods for keeping us safe today. Not from our dirty thoughts, but from the trolls. You understand. Hit it, Bubbles.
A special thanks to the mods in the fashion bunker. Debbie, it's a sultry Asian. Nicole, Gloria, and Terry. Bubbles loves you.
Thank you, mods, for keeping us safe. Kev, Gloria, Teresa, Debbie, Audrey, Aish, Nicole, Mahora. We'll go. Don't forget, the next live stream is not Wednesday. The next live stream will be Tuesday. This coming Tuesday is the next live stream. Not this coming Wednesday. I have a prior engagement on this coming Wednesday. So, the next live stream is on Tuesday. Plus, it's Gloria's birthday, so we're going to sing a song. Okay, Gloria? Tuesday, everybody. Tuesday. And we're living for Tuesday. We're living ferret. Hit it, Bubbles.
I'm living ferret, living ferret. Living ferret, living ferret. Living ferret, living ferret.
Don't you just love it when we will go, we'll go. And we do, we'll go, we'll go. Hit it, Bubbles.
Would go, would go, would go, would go, would go. Would go, would go, would go, would go, would go. Would go, would go, would go, would go, would go, would go. Would go, 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 would go.
Aren't we just the best with this? We are a best.
I am obsessed. I am obsessed. I am obsessed. Oh.
And you gotta freeze right in the right time, and then it's more effective. I've realized that. Been practicing. And after you practice, you die in ferret.
Nine ferret, nine ferret, nine ferret, nine ferret, nine ferret.
Then we went shopping. We got ourselves a pillow. Listen, Linda.
Listen, Linda.
This is Linda the Medusa.
Linda, listen, Linda.
We're going to call this Medusa Linda. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. There you go. Ah, Baby Yoda. Yes. 'Tis I, Baby Yoda, and I am going to sing a song to you're really, oh God, you got all dust over there. Okay. Hit it, Baby Yoda.
Ciao, 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 ciao. Ciao, 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 ciao. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Ciao.
Kev is like, only 6K until 70K.
Child.
Oh my God, Kev is particularly creamily shady today. The cream is strong with that one. Let me Linda. Let me tell you, the cream is strong with that one. Only 7K till 70K, baby. Only no, not 7K. Till 70K? No, we only need 500 something. Kev, what were you saying? We are, okay, you guys, we are at 69,448 subbies. That means we need 552. We need 552 subscribers to reach 70,000. Kev is like, oh no, I can't do math. Oh no. Kev. So we need 552 subscribers to reach 70,000 subscribers on the main channel. I hope we're going to reach it before the 10-year anniversary. Which is going to be in September. Never going to happen. We're not going to reach it until September, but we'll go. Let's try at least. Anyway, Selena's like, do the pillows talk or is that the lipstick? It's a little bit of both, Selena. Like, Lurk, from your mouth to Coco's ears, you deserve the 100K this year. Thank you. I hope so. I know, math girly Palihesta was never our forte. The gays are not good at math usually, except for you. Guys, we can do it. We can do it. Oh, Indrani, thank you so much, my love.
Indrani donated $20 for your future live shows, like in the Muppets, to the moon and back to the bibs.
Like in the Muppets? Oh, honey. Pigs in Space, baby. Baconators in Space, the new show by the Jim Henson family, featuring yours truly, Baconator Supreme. Hit it, Bubbles. Here's to all the Baconators. Here's to all the Baconators out there. Bless your little sugary diabetic hearts for all the sugar you've been eating. Blessed be, honeybee. Blessed be the Matrix, Alfredo. Your comments are insane. People, let's start making new accounts as Palihesta. Yes, let's get to 70K. Let's get to 100K. 600 type. Oh my God, I swear I have a brain. Holly Grace, I know you do. It's there somewhere. Just unbox 3 P9 Speedies. That's how everyone else is getting subs. Are they though? I don't think like these unboxings are getting subs anymore, you guys. I don't know. I don't think they're getting views. Are they getting views? Maybe they're getting views if you're like ostentatiously like unboxing like $20,000 worth of crap. Maybe because you're just like so cringe people watch you for that. Maybe, but like reasonable luxury purchases. Luxury purchases are never reasonable, but you know what I'm saying. Luxury purchases that can't be explained like usually don't get views. Thank you, Robbie.
Donated $20. Heart.
Hat. Oh, down under, Bubbles. Hit it for Robbie. Thank you, guys. Very kind of you, very generous. I do work my butt off, both butt cheeks, to deliver the entertainment to you. So it does mean the world to me when you actually do send a little tip from time to time. Kev says, I'm still waiting to intercept my brain cell, but we'd be in good shape if we get 150 subs per week. That would be fabulous. A gay girl could only hope and dream. Pally says, someone at work asked me, you don't have the regular. People are weird with that non-sugar shit. Oh, because people are asking you for like full-on sugar? Oh, and the person asking you had brown teeth? Fabulous. Lurk says, I think reviews get more views than unboxings. I mean, I do the unboxings in the lives. Like we filmed the unboxing of the Versace pillow. Are we going to post it as a separate video at this point? Why not? Because all my other videos aren't getting any views. So I don't know what to tell you. Is it going to affect my algorithm in a bad way? Nobody watches Versace unboxings though, so I don't know. I don't know. Holly Grace says, the YouTubers who keep unboxing and shopping regularly grow subs pretty quickly. Still, I think it's pretty shallow. Really? They do? Patricia says, Jacob, in your Instagram of Chanel, did you notice there was someone looking down at you? Yes. Yes, there was a person. They weren't looking at me, but they were in the window. So let's check other YouTubers, how other YouTubers are growing. Let's see. Who is this? Oh, so Sophie, okay, Sophie Shohet. Okay, let's see how they're growing. Sophie Shohet, 0 subscribers in January. Month of December 2023, she got 0 subscribers. Month of, I'm on Social Blade. Sophie Shohet, month of January 2024, Sophie Shohet got 0 subscribers. Month of February 2024 on Social Blade, as per Social Blade, Sophie Shohet got 0 subscribers. Month of March 2024, as per Social Blade, Sophie Shohet lost 1,000 subscribers. She did minus 1,000. In the month of April 2024, Sophie, as per Social Blade, gained 0 subscribers. In the month of May 2024, Sophie, as per Social Blade, lost 1,000 subscribers. She did minus 1,000. Then in June 2024, Sophie, as per Social Blade, gained 1,000 subscribers. She did a plus 1,000. So that's 2,000 because she went from the minus 1,000 up and then gained 1,000. Sophie, in the month of July 2024, as per Social Blade, gained 0 subscribers. Holy Grace says, well, because her content is literally all over the place. Interesting point, Holly.
Ian donated $20.
Oh, Ian, thank you so much, my love.
This aspirational shopper will have to record time and time again on a fan page to shop luxury and not dumpster dive for dinner. Love the show.
Oh, thank you so much, my love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's all dumpster dive together for cute giblets. Hit it, Bubbles. We'll go. This is maybe why Sophie started a new YouTube channel, which we'll go. Trying to be relatable. Driving with a Lamborghini to shop at Marks and Spencer's and say, oh, let's see what we get with the budget that we got to shop for food today. I'm like, girl, really? Okay, bye. Anyway, do you have any other YouTubers to check? Oh, Frozen Luxury. Really, Saya? I really didn't know. Saya is spilling the tea. Okay. Saya says, a content creator made a video called The Truth Behind Foxy LV, posted today. Comments are off? I did not know. Do we know that content creator? Oh, Kev says, 1,000 subbies plus? Sounds bought, cha. Oh, the shade. Karen says, I saw but did not watch. We do Frozen Luxury? Saya, send me. Saya, send me. Or should I look on you? Oh, I see. Okay, Saya, I found it. I never heard of this. I never heard of this person before. We will be talking about the rise, legacy, and hiatus of Foxy LV. I don't know this, but I just saw it. Okay. Well, I'll watch the video later. Interesting. Cha. They should leave Foxy alone, seriously. She had enough trouble with that freaking LVMH pulling a, pulling a dirty on her. They did our Foxy dirty. They did our Foxy dirty. Holly Grace, of course, Foxy's always invited on my. Are you kidding me? Goes without saying. Holly says, can we get Foxy back on here for a chat and interview? Anytime. I love Foxy. And Pumpkin Spice gets views. Good night, Tina. Saya, please, let Foxy know if she needs a platform to tell her story, she can come here. And yeah. Foxy LV used to have a really, really, really big Instagram account and would share all the upcoming releases of Louis Vuitton, including prices in euro and dollars. Like, she was very, very well connected. And I believe she still is very, very well connected with internal Louis Vuitton, people. And so much so that even Louis Vuitton sales associates would follow Foxy's Instagram account because they would find out what's coming up next before Louis Vuitton would even tell their employees what's coming up next. So she was very well connected, very, very, very well connected. Thank you, Saya. Very kind of you. Saya says, absolutely. She knows she's always welcome. And in Australia, my Louis Vuitton sales associate also was saying, like, oh my God, I follow Foxy's Instagram account for all updates on Louis Vuitton. Like, the Louis Vuitton sales associate said that they're following Foxy for all the Louis Vuitton updates. Like, Foxy was the pillar. She was, you look at Foxy for all LV intel. Like, whatever's coming up, you go to Foxy LV. Like, period. That's what you do. That's literally what you do. No, she was canceled, Holly. She didn't like go off the grid taking a break. They obliterated her Instagram account. They came for her. They came for her. Meta took her account down. It's not like she decided to take her own account down. Yeah. They took it down once, she got it back, and then the second time they took it down, it took. Yeah. Well, Grace loves fashion. Allegedly for, they give you these stupid excuses like infringing third right copyright claims or Saya. What did they tell her? Like, they were alleging that she was selling fakes or shit like that, which she wasn't, obviously. But then, Instagram is so stupid. I talked to you about this, my latest not my latest, one of my posts. Actually, no, it's not my latest post. It is even more stupid. I had a post of a pair of sunglasses up for like 2 weeks. And then 2 weeks later, Instagram takes down my Instagram post of sunglasses, a pair of Chanel sunglasses. And they said, we took down this photo because it contains nudity and it goes against our nudity policy. I'm like, are you for real? This is a pair of sunglasses on a book. And the book was just a Chanel prop. It was like a white book with a double C on it and a pair of sunglasses on. That's the photo. And they flagged it for nudity. And then I had to appeal. And then they like checked the photo again and they're like, oh, yeah, yeah, it's not nudity after all. I'm like, really? Come on, Zuckerberg. Anyway, terrible. Frozen Luxury says, yeah, selling fakes and copyright. Yeah, that's what they love to do. They just get you on that, and it's ridiculous. Ridiculous, really. I'm so sad that Foxy had to go through that because it's such bullshit, you know? Like, they claim bullshit against you, which is not true. And then, like, whatever, they don't let you appeal. They don't, they don't care. They don't care. That's the thing. They have the power, you know? It's not your platform. It's their platform, their rules. Hi, Sibylla Delphos. Just woke up watching. Late, I'll rewatch this live at least 2 times. Thumb up for Daco. Thank you, Sibylla Mal. Thank you so much. And Teapot says, by reading the video description, the review sounds favorable towards Foxy LV. By reading the video. Of the lady that posted 6 hours ago, her video, like the truth about Foxy LV, yeah. Did she try to contact Foxy LV to make a video like that? Or did she just kind of like go for it? Trying to make a video about Foxy without asking Foxy, like, to chime in, to comment. Like, oh, she went for it? Saya? Pao says, Foxy was doing so much to hype the brand that I don't understand how they would want her gone. I think they didn't like the power that she had. I think it's the power. They want to keep their own power. I think it all boils down to power and how these brands or whoever is sitting at the top, how they want to use their own power, and they don't like to share power, and knowledge is power, and Foxy knew a lot, and she would share her knowledge. She wasn't gatekeeping. So I think maybe the only problem technically that she might have gotten, correct me if I'm wrong, Saya, but the only issue I think she could have had was because she also had a paywall, right? Like she also had like subscription thing going on Instagram. And that's I think where it gets a little bit difficult, because if she has like LV exclusive content, yeah, you see, Sai, I think that's where the problem was. Sai says, yes, new releases were behind a paywall. That's a problem because she's earning money then. And Louis Vuitton can see this as, well, how are you earning money? You are earning money by sharing information about our company. So basically, you're earning money off of us. And that's maybe where they were like, no. Had she kept it for free, I wonder if she would have also gotten deleted. I wonder if there was something there with the paywall. Simonroll says they didn't have any control over her. That was the problem. Yeah, but she did say a few times when she was talking to me, sometimes they would contact her and say, hey, take that down or whatever. And then she would oblige. She was nice. She would just say, yeah, okay, I'll take it down or whatever. So it's not like they had no control over her. She was respectful to them as much as she could be, Allegedly, of course, she would have to say that. But she did say that in an interview she did with me. We did several videos together in the past. But yeah, Pao says she would help certain resellers sometimes, so that may have also caused an issue. But how does that have to do anything with her Instagram account, though? Oh, you mean she would mention them in her account? This I don't know. Good night, Lurk. Wonderful show as per usual, Jacob. Thank you for all the work you're doing to entertain us and keep us informed. Thank you, Lurk, for tuning in. Have a wonderful night. Say, who's the snitch, Alfredo? Who's the snitch? The high powers? Power says they would have lives with the resellers. So you think the live streams got flagged? I really don't know, you guys. You know, I didn't talk to Foxy about this, but I got a little bit of. I didn't talk to Foxy um ab- directly about the takedown, so I don't know. I hope she starts again. I mean, building up a although it's so annoying to build up a new account, you know? Like you work so hard, you build up your following, and then like it all gets taken down, and then you gotta start from scratch. It's super annoying. Super annoying. A lot of us have been through it. I've been through it too. The greed of these brands is out of control, Sibylla says. I agree. Oh, Saya says, I think she's done, per her words. You know what? I mean, I get it, Sai. Honestly, though, it's annoying. You know, like when they like do this to you over and over again. Like, Pao says, I never thought she would get shut down. Oh, it happens to the best of us, honey. And also for no reason. Like I said, be very careful. You never know. You never know. Anyway, you guys, I want to say thank you so much for tuning in. Zeitgeist, Totally Jacob is demonetized. How is Totally Jacob doing? It's demonetized. Will there be most live streams there? More live streams there? Hopefully there will be more live streams there. I just do not have the energy right now. So as soon as I am a little bit more up and running, we're going to try to do it. Enjoy the stream tonight. Thank you, Terry. Thank you so much, Jacob, and everyone. Have a great rest of your weekend. See everyone Tuesday. Thank you, Terry, so much, my love. Much love to you and to hubby. Indrani says, I agree to Sibylla Delphos. Brands are greedy, are out of control. Here's to Camilla and her Lady Dior bag. Refreshing, spunky, rich chali water. Till next time, never forget to never give up on love, you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, a great start into the week. Don't forget, next live stream is this coming Tuesday, not Wednesday. Love you loads. Never give up on love. Bye. Mwah.